into the Sistine Chapel, the Vatican, like the Greater Vatican, and then I also have the general rest of Rome. And this is only one country, guys. I traveled so much. I think I have footage for like weeks. Like I have so much footage. It's hard for me to comb through all of it. I don't even know how I'm going to show you everything, but I picked all the Rome stuff, so I can at least show you the Rome things. I'm trying to think about the best way. Okay, so we have one. How many slides do I have? How many slides do I have? I have like 40 slides. I have nearly 40 slides to show you. And some of them are like 8-minute long videos. All right. Okay, the YouTube channel's up. Hi, YouTube. Hello. Hi, your fellow trans guy. Hello, Love of My Life. Hello, Lavender. Hello, Short Tea. Hello, Kaylin. Hi. I know. It's I'm spoiling you guys. I know I am. Okay, do I have my water? Is everything set up? Okay, let me do a little stretch break. Let me make sure everything's ready to go. Okay. Also, I'd like to say I even got myself some little sugary snack candy so I can munch on to like give me energy as I go through, because I'm pretty excited to go through this stuff. I'm pretty excited to go through this stuff with you guys. Okay. Let me make sure everything is set. All the photos and everything are good. Oh boy. I know, I'm a little chaotic. If I was a better VTuber, I'd have this prepped. But you know what? We can blame it on the mods. I'm kidding, I can't blame it. The mods are so sweet. I can't blame it on the mods. Oh, they're too cute. I'm sorry.
Pew.
They help out so much. I could never throw them under the bus like that. All right. I wish I could, but it breaks my heart too much. All right. Okay. Let me see if the presenter view works okay. I think it does. Okay. And then I'm gonna do my window shares. Make sure everything's working properly. It's a little cropped. Sorry guys. Here, do you want to see the POV of me trying to set it up? Would you like that? I don't know. Maybe you would like that. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm setting up right now. Wow! Hello! Okay, this is the actual slide. But I want to duplicate it. So let me go ahead and do that. Copy. And then perfect. And then I can do this. I can make it a little bit bigger like this. And then check this out, guys. I'm such a great streamer. So great. Definitely not doing this live. You're definitely watching a pre-recorded version that I would never be this scuffed. I would never be this scuffed, surely. Okay, there we go. So now there's like a little blurred background, right? So that way I can make the window share itself a little bit smaller like this. And then And then I guess I should show myself now, right? So you need an extra 30 minutes, not an extra 15. Yeah, well, I didn't want to keep you waiting, okay? I didn't want to keep you waiting. So I was like, you know, I might as well just show up. Right? You'll forgive me for that. Surely. Okay, where's chat? Where'd you guys go? Hello? Oh. Where's the mini chat? Hold on, let me go get you guys. Ah, there you go.
Pew.
It feels like a minute since I caught a stream. Oh, it's okay. It happens. Like, sometimes we get busy. Where do I want to put you guys?
Pew.
Where do I want to put you guys? Anya, hello. Teeps, hello. Welcome in. I'll throw you guys like right, I don't know, maybe down here? Maybe I'll throw you guys down here. That's not much chat room though. Guys, let's all quit our jobs. That sounds like such a great idea. Totally. During one of the worst economic recessions of all time, you should totally quit your job. Please don't quit your jobs, okay? Let's like make sure you're in a good standing before you do that. Okay, we're gonna darken a little bit. There we go. Okay, where am I? Let me find myself. Ah, here I am. Bwah! Hi! Hello! Yo, what did I come into? Me prepping! Welcome! Hi! Are you guys happy? Are you here? Happy Monday, by the way. I hope you had a nice weekend, everyone. Hello! It's me in my chibi model. It's chibi model time. See? Whoa! Who's that on the screen over there with his like big face? Where is he going? Is that? Hello? Can you hear me? Am I here? Hello? Yeah? I'm here, aren't I? Yeah, okay. I can't hear you over the AC? I cannot believe it. I literally just got set up and stream instantly crashed. Did it blue screen? What happened? Are you guys back? Did it like fully reset? I hope it's okay now. Yeah? It like full reset? Are you serious? Let me check on the YouTube stream.
Hi, I'm new here.
Oh my gosh. Sweet Vanilla, thank you for the raid. Oh, YouTube, are you okay? Also, Croissant Raid, hello, hi. Hello, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Raiders. Is the internet okay? The internet's fine. My computer is running overtime right now. I have like 5 billion windows open and I was juggling too much. I was like editing a very large file ahead of time and I think I'm running out of computer space. Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, Shorty, you're back. That's good. I'm so sorry for the crash. Oh my gosh, and thank you for the 4 months. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello. You came in at a good time. I had a little bit of technical issues, but I took the little robot that runs inside the computer out back, and I replaced him with a better one. So clearly, things will be fine now, unless this one wants to get ended as well. I'm gonna. Never mind. I was gonna say I was gonna do some monstrous things to my computer, but alas, it knows. It knows if it steps out of line, it knows what I'll do. Anyway, welcome. Hi, I'm Karbon. I'm an astronaut VTuber. Also, I'm an aerial scientist, and also, I am casually into Greek and Roman mythology, like a little casually. Like someone told me that because of how popular the Odyssey, the movie, is right now, I have to say that I'm only casually interested in the Odyssey and Greek and Roman mythology. And I have to say, I am not casually into it, okay? I took 4 years of Latin and I've consumed every Greek mythology piece of media that has come out in the last 20 years, okay? I read the Odyssey and the Iliad translations, and I read the entire Percy Jackson series. I read it in the original, in a Latin translation, not the original Greek, but I read a Latin translation of the Iliad, okay? Like, I don't think me saying that I'm casual about it is worth it. I almost have a minor in it. I took so many undergraduate classes. I've been to Rome like 2 times. I have an ancient coin collection from Greek coins from like 2,000, 3,000 years ago. There's someone told me that I'm only a casual fan, and I'm like, you're insane. I'm only a casual fan? What? Me? Casual? Like, gosh, God, because that's casual. Because I'm sorry. Okay, being a little pretentious. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, look at me. I'm a college freshman, and I took my first class about mythology, and now I want to gatekeep. Hello? Gosh. Anyway, this is Mike's. You've come in at a great time. This is my tour of Rome. Yeah, it's me physically going to Rome and looking at all the stuff that I love. Okay, so I don't want to hear it. All right, I don't want to hear. Oh, Karbon was like, he's not a true fan. Well, let me show you. Okay. Yeah, those freshmen don't even have the money to build a collection. Okay, now we're just being elitist. Now we're being okay. Okay, now we're being elitist. But you know what? Maybe they deserve it. Okay, maybe they deserve it. So I structured this little trip in chronological order of how do I say this? I structured it in me landing in Rome, all the stuff I did, and then I left out some in-between parts. I went to the Vatican and I left that out for this video. So if you're wondering, hey, what happened here? I'll tell you guys when I did a little bit of a Vatican time travel, because I didn't want to make this thing too long. I think we're gonna take the entire stream time, and I just have a lot of photos and stuff that I want to show you, and I know I'm gonna yab. Karbon is testy today? I personally have never read the original series. I don't think you need to. The original series, hot take. Hi, okay, I'm new here. This is my hot take. The Odyssey, also hello, hi Liz, welcome in. Hot take. The Iliad and Odyssey are not meant to be read. Okay? They are designed to be songs. They're designed to be sung and watched. So if any like classicist is being like, "Oh, you should not watch the movie. It doesn't count." I think you're wrong. You're so wrong. You're wrong. It was performed. It was performed by a freaking bard or as a play. What do you mean I'm wrong? This is a factual thing. Pull up right now, okay? You are actually well, I think you're wrong. No. Actually, watching the hit film with Brad Pitt, Troy, is the equivalent to reading the textbook, okay? It's true. We have like more historically accurate written text, but it is not the way it was meant to be consumed. And every single iteration of it being retold had this truth stretched even further, okay? There are a few like common motifs in each iteration of the Iliad and Odyssey, but like there are like regional sub-myths for each section. Just by the way, if people didn't know that. Heck, there's a thing called epithet for gods, all right? For Greek and Roman gods, where like, for example, Athena, the very popular god, is not always associated with being the goddess of wisdom. Like, sure, she's mostly the goddess of wisdom, but there's like different versions of her. There's a war god version of Athena, all right? And there's like a legislation version of Athena, and they're called different epithets, and that's common. That's for every god, and there's myths like that too. All right, so I'm just saying, I read Les Mis and watched the musical and the movie, and you're telling me that one medium is better than the other one. I'm saying that the Iliad and Odyssey were meant to be watched. Okay, that's all I'm saying when they were originally created. You're cute. I'm crashing out right now. You think I'm cute? I hate this chibi model. Anyway, actually, it's very cute. I like the model a lot. I like it a lot. I'm sorry. I would never slander the chibi model. Okay. Anyway, I prepared you guys a beautiful slide. I prepared you guys an amazing slide deck to show you all the stuff that I did. Yeah. Okay. I'm reading. But is it that important? Yes, it was meant to be consumed that way, but art always tries to take a piece of art and make it its own, like a movie, for example. That's true. I don't know. It's tomatoes at a certain point. We are basically fighting over I don't know, things that don't really matter, right? Like, as long as you enjoy the media and you like consume it with your brain kind of on, I think that's good enough. Really. Okay. Let me. Why does he agree when someone else says it? I don't know. Maybe it's your tone. I'm kidding. Anyway, okay, we're starting. We start my journey with. Did it change? Why didn't it change? Flying! This is where we start the journey. I'm flying. These are photos. Oh, okay. A lot of these photos that are taken are photos that I took. I took all of these with, I have a little pocket vlog camera that I got specifically for when I went on trips like this. And I have my little, I upgraded my phone, okay? I got the latest and greatest phone so I could zoom in and take good photos. I know. After a certain someone hazed me for having a shitty 10-year-old phone on freaking my X-ray screenshot of my phone, okay? Anyway, this looks so pretty. Yeah. I was really excited to get the window seats. I actually specifically chose window seats for all my travel so that I could get nice scenic pictures. And the very first thing that I noticed, as someone who is not from Europe, this place is flat. Europe is really flat. There's like no hills here. And there's a lot of islands. Like, there's so much greenery and like landscape and water that I was not expecting. Try flying over some places in America and you'll see like, whoa, this is very different. Whoa, we do not flat shave. I'm flat shaving, okay? I'm about to do a little more than flat shaving in a bit. But yeah, I was flying, and it's been many years since I've taken a long flight like this. Sorry. I'm still a little sick, so mind my coughs occasionally. Sometimes I have to take a break and drink some water. Okay. So yeah, it's been many years since I took a long flight like this, and I was not prepared for like a 10-hour plus flight. But I was pleasantly surprised that they served me food. And not only did they serve me food during the flight, they also they like served me food and snacks and drinks like throughout the flight, like multiple times. And I was like, whoa, this is so nice. I was not expecting it. So I got a lot of yummy foods on the plane, and there was only a few crying babies, so it wasn't too bad. And my neighbors were not that bad either. So thankfully, not too bad of a flight, and I was able to deal with the huge travel. And then let's see. I love those cookies. Oh, you're talking about like the Biscoff cookies? They're really good. I love the Biscoff cookies. Yes. And so I flew, I had a good time flying. And when I was flying, most of the flying was good, but I had one problem. So first off, this is me landing in Rome. I landed in Rome at night, okay? And my very first mission when I landed in Rome is to get food and clothes. It was a survival situation. And why was it a survival situation? Because all my luggage was lost. I lost all my luggage. The only things that I had were the clothes on my back. All right? Literally, the clothes on my back. Is it still lost? I literally got my clothes back yesterday. It's been nearly 2 weeks since it's been lost. Nearly 2 weeks. And I got my suitcase back yesterday. And I want you to know, I packed so much stuff specifically for this Rome trip. And the one time I listened to a flight attendant who says, hey, you know, I don't know if your carry-on is large enough to like go into this small European plane. Maybe you should check it in so you don't risk it. And I was like, oh, you sound very reasonable. You're a flight attendant. You must know what you're doing. I'll check in my luggage with all my clothes, all my cameras, all my recording equipment, all like this my streamer setup stuff so that I can have like nice little mic recordings while I'm traveling. And I also, you know, all my backup stuff, everything. Yeah, let me check all that in. I land in Rome at night, like late, like it's 11 p.m. Most of the stores are closed. The streets are very beautiful, but they're sketchy. Okay, they're sketchy. And I have one pair of underwear, the pants I'm wearing and the shirt I'm wearing, literally just the clothes that I have on me, and a small backpack with pretty much, thankfully, I was carrying my vlog camera, and that's it. So mission 1 is I need to get food. I hit up this district in Rome called Trastevere, which has thankfully a poppin' club scene. I didn't know this, but Trastevere has a poppin' club scene, and I arrived on the weekend, so they were going and that meant they had late night food. So I went to go get some late night food straight from the airport, mind you. All right, like I'm walking around. Thankfully, I don't have a suitcase to carry, right? I have no suitcase, so I don't have to worry about, you know, lugging that around because I have nothing. So I'm just walking around looking at pizza stuff, and I'm like, ooh, okay, I'll get this. I bet the food was tasty. The food was not tasty. It wasn't tasty because it was tourist center club food. It was not the good food. It was tourist food because we're in the clubbing center. It's also the summer. Do you think any of the restaurants give a shit about how tasty the food is? No. It's like what the pizza I had was cold. And I was sad. Okay, this pizza was not the one that I got. I wish I got this one. I like walked a little further and I got like a slice of pizza and a meatball, and it was not yummy. And I was sad. And then I was looking around and I was like, okay, well, maybe there's some gift shops, okay? Maybe if there's no like good also, I kind of got a little bit baited, I will say. If there's a very attractive Italian man standing outside of a restaurant telling you to come in, newsflash, that place probably has bad food. It's made for tourists, and they're there to like just to butter you up, to get you in the door, okay? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, all right? If someone is standing near the alley being like, "Hey, hello, come in," and they start speaking to you in English and telling you to like come sit down, I don't know if you're getting the true like Italian food experience there. So gotta watch out for that. Anyway, I did get food though, so I like got some calories in my tummy, and I was like, okay, nice. And as I was looking for the food, I was looking for a place to buy clothes, right? Like, remember, I have to think about my trip. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get my suit. This is me. I'm thinking I will get my suitcase back tomorrow. So I'm like, let's get one extra pair of clothes just in case. And unfortunately, there are no shops around here. It's only food and clubbing. So I'm like, okay, let's go take a taxi. So here, will this play? Oh, it will play. Nice. This is me taking a little taxi at night, traveling around Rome. And honestly, it was really beautiful, okay? So as I'm like looking, I'm trying to go to the next place to get a shirt. And I had the chance to go look around and like, look at this. It's beautiful. Like this is literally, I thought this was it looks like the Colosseum, right? It's not. It's just a random, this is like someone's house. Can you believe that? It's just straight up someone's house. It's just right there. I know, right? And I'm going around. We're just doing a little drive, looking around the place. It's so cool. There's like churches everywhere. Yeah, so we did a little drive, and then I took that drive. No, well, I didn't take the drive. I was driven until I got to my next place. Wait, okay, go here, and oh, okay. I was just making sure I knew the slide order. So I go to a gift shop, right? I take this car for a little bit, and I get to a gift shop, and I see the most expensive, like, random tourist gear I've ever seen in my life. And that's when it hits me. I may be in Europe and the prices may be good, but not here. I'm in like a big central tourist location, so of course they're gonna upcharge me. And I spent 24 euros on sunscreen. I spent 24 euros on sunscreen. It was so expensive. I can't believe it. I know. It was pain. But I got it. I needed it. I know. You're so ill. I needed the sun. Guys, another thing. I checked the weather here, all right? It was in the middle of one of the worst heat waves in the entire year. It was 100 degrees Fahrenheit, triple digits. And the next day, it was all sun. If I did not buy that 24 euro sunscreen, I'd be cooked. Like literally, I would be cooked. Like I would be baking. They'd have to peel me off of the sidewalk. All right. It was historical. It was triple digits. So I was like, okay, this is not great. I definitely need the sunscreen. So I got the sunscreen. I also got myself some tourist clothing because I was like, okay, well, it's not like they sell like Gucci pants or anything like that. Like they're not selling any like nice clothes. They're just selling a shirt that says I love Rome and some pants that also say I love Rome. So yeah, my options were pretty limited, and I did what I could. So I grabbed some tourist gear. Yep. I went out and grabbed some silly tourist gear, and I was getting ready. What was I getting ready for? Because the very first thing that I had planned for the day that I got back, oh boy, it pains me to do this. Ooh, I did get a little treat. Oh, this is B. Okay. We're mixing up the order. So after I got my clothes and stuff, I thought myself, hey, I did a mission successful. I got my food. I got my clothes. Let me treat myself. And I got some gelato. Look at that gelato. I got some pistachio gelato. I feel like pistachio is such like a tried and true gelato flavor. So I went out, I got some pistachio gelato, and it came with like a little cookie, and it was really yummy. And also, it was melting at night, like right away. It was melting that fast. Isn't that crazy? So it was good eats though. It was very yummy. I wish I still had the gelato store name. But I looked up like on Google Maps. I was like, which one is the highest rated? And then I popped by, grabbed myself some gelato. I was like, okay, we're good to go. And I was munching on the gelato on my way home. And also, guys, look at this alleyway. All right. I am walking down the alleyway. I do not look Italian. I have a backpack on and I have airport clothes and I am eating ice cream while walking, which apparently is a surefire sign of a tourist. Apparently, true Italians do not eat and walk at the same time. And I'm out here licking my ice cream, walking down a well, it's lit, but like an alley alone, all right? As I was walking down, I got approached by hooligans. Hooligans approached me. There was like a group of like six or seven people who like came up to me and they like started talking to me in English. And I was just like, oh fuck, am I getting bugged? Literally, everything I own is on me right now. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get, so that's when, thankfully, I called one of my friends to give me some company, and I talked very loudly on the phone, and that made me feel a lot more secure. And I was able to get to my Airbnb safe and sound. And when I returned back to my Airbnb, I was like, oh, I'm safe. I'm here, and I made it, and I'm not walking out late at night alone again because that was scary. Fresh off the plane, he's getting slimes. Yes, so I do recommend if you travel to especially like touristy areas, make sure you have a buddy system, because I did not have a buddy. I was playing a little too fast and loose with it. Thankfully, I was okay though. And after that, I did not make that mistake again. Then I locked in. Okay, then I was safe. Yeah, didn't get punished. So. Let me pull up the slides. What's next? I also didn't mention, if I didn't mention this before, as I was walking around a lot of Trastevere and the main part of Rome near the capital. It's really beautiful, like really freaking pretty. Like, this is just a random cafe on the street, literally a random cafe. Oh, Flynn, hello, welcome in. Yeah, this is just a random cafe that people are just chilling at, and it's like 12 p.m. and people are still out, which was really cool to see. And also, this is the same alleyway in the morning. Like, look how pretty that is. Like, this is a photo I took literally stepping out of my Airbnb, and I'm just like, whoa, wow. I know to a European, you might not think that this is pretty, but to me and my feeble American brain, and all I see are, Space Center walls and industrial buildings, seeing like ancient villas, like it feels like a fun villa, it feels really fantastical. So it gets the creative juices flowing. So I was like, whoa, I know, right? Imagine waking up to that every day. And that's a lot of people's lives. It's so interesting to see. It's great color composition. I know, right? It is. I'm something of a photographer. Yeah, it did make me feel like I was in a movie. I felt like I was in a movie the whole time. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I've been going too fast. Let me let me calm down. Let me drink some water. Okay. Wait, nope, let me blow my nose again. no, is the head pat redeem broken? I need to fix the head pat redeem. What the? Here, I'm gonna head pat myself. Man, it's broken. Like my will to live. Oh. I need to disable it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to scam you guys. Whew. Okay. Anyway, I did want to say it's really beautiful. It was really pretty. I really enjoyed seeing all the stuff, and I had a great time doing like traveling around. And then let me see what else do I have? What else do I have for you? Like, oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. We're back to the main story plot. We're back to the main plot. So, if you remember, I was saying how I had lost all my clothes, right? I have no luggage. All my luggage was lost. And so when I get back, I need to prepare. I need to plan, because my first event, my first scheduled thing at the butt crack of dawn is a photo shoot. My first thing that I'm doing the next morning at literally 6:30 a.m. is doing a photo shoot. And I have no clothes, no soap, none of my skincare products, and I have to take photos. And the photo shoot that I got was a moped photo shoot, all right? I was gonna be on a Vespa and drive around to every one of the big Roman monuments and take pictures before the crowds came. Highly recommend. It's pretty cool. But mind you, I just came from like a flight, have not showered, super sweaty, and it's also super hot, right? So I'm sweating buckets, and I'm like less than 6 hours from a photo shoot. And also, the reason why I have a picture of a laundry machine here is European laundry machines are tiny. I did not know this. Why are they so small? They all look like this, and they're super tiny. And I was like, okay, well, at least I don't have that many clothes. I'll just throw everything I have on here. I've just put all my clothes in here, and including the tourist gear that I bought. I'll throw it all in the laundry machine, and I'll just walk around the Airbnb naked while it washes. Mistake. Big mistake. All right. I throw all my clothes in the laundry machine, and then I realize it's less than 4 hours from the photo shoot, and I have no dryer. There's no dryer in Europe. They only believe in hang drying. And last I checked, it's nighttime. There's no sunlight to help dry my clothes. Yeah, I can't. What am I gonna hang dry? With a hair dryer? Because that's what I did. I washed my clothes, put them on a rack, and got a blow dryer, a hair dryer, and tried to dry them, including my undies. Random. Oh, thank you. Random success. Thank you for the 6 months. Hi. Hello. So yeah, I got a hair dryer and hair dried my underwear in the middle of the night in Rome to prepare for a photo shoot the next day. Yep.
Pew.
And I walked out the next morning with soggy, wet clothes. After a certain point, I just gave up and I went to sleep, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna walk out with a wet t-shirt. And yeah, I walked out. I went to sleep bum cheeks naked, and then I put on the soggy clothes, and then I walked out. And I was like, okay, well, time to go get that photo shoot, I guess. Yeah. So that was what I had to look forward to. But thankfully, because the universe was already like trying to screw me, 2 wrongs do make a right. And in that, the world was so hot and there was such a heat wave going on that my clothes instantly dried. Like on my walk over to the photo shoot area, I was dry because it was so hot. So like, yay. And then after I like lost the cooling effect from my damp clothes drying, I started sweating. So yay for global warming. I know, you're right. Thanks global warming. Thanks for burning all those fossil fuels. I appreciate it. Yay heat wave ? But hey, I showed up to the photo shoot and it was my clothes were dry, which was good because then I could actually take nice photos. Yeah. Oh, Munchies, hello, welcome in. All right. Let me see. What's my next slide? Oh yes, this is me saying I did it. We make do. We do make do. Do make. I felt like this. I was having a good time while I was traveling, and I was like, I don't care the fact that all my luggage was lost. I almost got jumped in an alleyway, and the food was shit. I'm still gonna have a great day. All right. You ever have like so many things go wrong to you, but you're like, I've spent so much effort, time, and money to be here. I'm going to have fun no matter what. That was me. I was like, I'm going to have fun. So I did my stuff. I was ready, and I showed up to the photo shoot ballin'. I said, hey, if I can't have my cute fits, at least I can be the ultimate tourist. Tourist? I was the ultimate tourist. I took some really good shots. Look at this. All right, ready? Here's some. Okay, slight flesh warning. They're censored, but here's a slight flesh warning. Boom! Da-da-da-da! These are my cute fit pics. This is my tourist fit that I got in the middle of the night before, and washed in the middle of the night and dried with a hairdryer. I was ballin' with my I Heart Roma shirt. Hell yeah! Your tourist shirt. I know. I got my little tourist fit, and I was super excited to go out and take pictures and explore. So this is like me coming up to the photo shoot prep, right? I'm like getting ready. And also, do you see, I'm really proud of this motorcycle picture. This is like grade A VTuber censoring, because do you see that in the background? That's the Coliseum. I'm right there in front of the Coliseum, and that's the Vespa that I'm about to be on. And this is me posing with my shirt. I was like, at least I have this, you know? So peak Pinterest. This is peak Pinterest? You think so? Really? I mean, I was just doing what I could. And I also got a nice hat too, because it was really sunny. And I had a Roma hat as well, where it was like it had the big flag on it. It had the big Italian flag. It was great. So I was like, okay, we ball in here. We got the photo shoot for days. Oh, and bit side tangent. When I was walking over, it was beautiful again. It was super pretty. And this is when it hit me. I'm in the freaking oldest city in the world. Okay? Because this over here, this on the left, is a picture of a tennis court. Okay? It's a tennis court with an ancient wall. It's like, I don't even know how old this wall is. Probably hundreds, maybe thousands of years old. And it's part of a tennis court. And it's just casually chilling there. If we had this shit in America, it'd be like walled off and no one could touch it. But it's just right there. It's like, it's older than the country I'm from. Like this random tennis court wall is older than the country I'm from. And they just built a fence into it. And also, look at this. This is me in the middle of a street, like crossing the middle of the street in a car. Okay. Next to the car, there's a random chapel, right? That the lighter building is some sort of chapel, some like church. And next to that is like this random structure that people live in. Like, it's older than the country I'm from again, and people just casually are living in there, vibing. And I'm like, whoa, insane. So I was walking around, I was like, damn, there's so much like history here, and people don't give a shit. They don't care. They're just living their life. Even the roads, I don't even know, like those cobblestone roads. Oh my god, the cobblestone roads. I just realized,
I'm new here.
guys, walking over to the tourist to take my photos, the roads in Europe are so bumpy. They were so bumpy. I was not prepared for like the cobblestone that I had to hike across. I got these fancy cushion shoes that were life-saving. Do not think you can come to Europe and walk the cobblestone roads on normal shoes. That was my big mistake when big mistake that I saw other people do. So I got these really comfy, like 2-inch padded shoes, and they saved me. They genuinely saved me. So yeah, I walked over. I got my fit. I was ready to go, and then we start the moped photo shoot. This is a photo that I took. It's slightly blurred because of the reflections. This is me with the mopeds, the Vespas, right next to the Coliseum. That's where we met. And some people are already taking photos. And look at all those mopeds, because I was with a whole group. Isn't that cool? Each of us have a driver, and then we sit in the back, and then we're basically passenger princessing the entire trip. And it was really fun. And they had a professional photographer take us to different landmarks and then take professional photos for us. You guys want to see one? You want to see a professional photo? I can show you one. Also Zephalic. Zephalic? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Okay, ready? Bro, OMG, I thought you were driving. I'm a tourist, okay? I'm not trying to break all the traffic laws that I have no legal knowledge about, you know? Hey, ready? Okay. I'm going to show you a professional photo that was taken next to one of Italy's biggest, coolest fountains. It's a fountain that's pretty high up. All right, ready? That's me! That's a censored photo of me next to one of the big Roman fountains. Yeah. Do you like the posing? Was so good. I was looking really sexy in this one. You agree, right? It looks great. Don't leak, okay? Don't VTuber leak. It's it's very personal to me. Wow, it really brings out your eyes. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I think so too. I think my face was like really well positioned in this one. You look so sexy. Agree? Yes. Did you dive in there for coins? I did not. I was told that I was not allowed to go inside, but I did. I thought about throwing in a coin, but I did not. I saved that for another fountain. So yeah, I went to go visit this fountain. I'll tell you more about it later, but it was a photo shoot, so that's what we're doing. We got to travel to all the cool places, take pictures, and ride on the moped. And I have a lot of photos from this. It was a long trip. It was like almost a whole day. Oh, what is this? Why is it just a single slide? What is this? Did I miss this up? Oh, it was delayed. I see. I want to see the video. Is this a video? It's a video. Oh my, what is this video? Moped ride? What did I put here? Oh, I remember. This is me, passenger princessing. And that's me waving. Sorry, I had to blur that. But this is me in the back of the moped. And we're just driving around Rome. You can see like all the walls and stuff. This is the guy driving. And I'm just chilling here, and I'm like really hyped. So I do like my little hand wave, and we're just going the whole time. Oh, and then I have a photo here. You can see a little bit. You can see a little bit with the moped group as we're like driving along. It was really fun. Wow, are you that tall? Yes, I'm so tall. Surely. No. But yeah, it was really fun. I had a good time traveling around, and when I got on the moped, it was my first time in a moped at all. I've never been on a moped or scooter before. And so being in the back of one was a very interesting experience. I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to tip over and then cause us to crash? So I was like really trying to stay still. I was like really trying to make sure that I didn't kill us, but it was okay. I was a good passenger princess. I took a lot of videos too. Mm-hmm. And then we also went to cool, like they let us go and do our own walking tours of places. So not only did they take us around on the moped to go see and take pictures at like different monuments, but you could also run around and do your own tour. This is me at the Orange Garden. So, oh gosh, oh man, how much do I say? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get all out of order here. Okay, I've been like kind of holding myself back from yapping too much, but I think I'll just yap in the moment. I think it's okay for me to yap in the moment for some of these things. So if I go back here. No, not here. Here. Ah, yes, the Colosseum. Okay. So when we met at the Colosseum place, this is actually not at the Colosseum. It's close to the Colosseum, but not quite. There's like this lookout area right next to the Colosseum that's over, like separated. It's a road that you drive into, and it's very secluded. Like there were very few like tourist stragglers there, and it was really nice. So I highly recommend if you go like look at the Colosseum, you don't have to go all the way up on foot because that's where there's a lot of people. I would argue the view isn't as good as if you stayed a little bit far away and then pick some high elevation areas. So I was like, ooh man, this was well researched. This was like a good spot. So it was really cool to see. And oh, I hope I have some photos of the Colosseum up close. Wait, I don't have pictures of the Colosseum, but I remember a previous slide. I have a previous slide. We talked about this before, but I still want to show you. It's the nighttime drive one, right? Yeah, it was. Okay. Okay, so the Colosseum looks kind of like this, all right? Up close. And it's very white, but you also see there's like a bunch of holes in it. All of these holes are prongs where marble would get hung up. So a lot of what you see now in Rome is what just remains. It's like the stuff that wasn't worth pillaging, right? Because there's been multiple civilizations that have come through here. So this used to, like, even this one right here, these arches used to be covered with marble decorations that would be chiseled in by artists that spent their entire lives to do, and all that's been taken. It's not there anymore. So it's kind of crazy. You'll see that's a theme. There's a lot of reduce, reusing, recycling in Rome. And so we can go back. We can go back. I was doing the moped ride, and we end up at this place. This is the Orange Garden, all right? It used to belong to a really rich family, like a really rich like Italian family, and it also holds one of the oldest like chapels, like churches in the entire city, and it's older than the Sistine Chapel actually. And it has a beautiful orange garden that's now open to the public, and it was really cool to see. So here, I'll show you. This is me walking up to St. Peter's Basilica. So oh gosh, it's really famous for this scene right here. This like exact still frame. This is if you look all the way down, this is the Vatican. This is like the St. Peter's Basilica, and it looks a lot closer than it actually is. this is very far away, and the only reason why it looks close is because the orange trees, or the trees, not orange trees, but the trees here, these canopy trees, produce like an optical illusion that pulls the Vatican forward. And a lot of people come here to take pictures and see it all the time. And it's a big open field. Very pretty, I must add. So you can see here, like these, it wasn't the season, but all of these are orange trees. In fact, this area is where the first oranges arrived to Italy and were planted. And that's why they have orange trees here still, because they're trying to show these are like the same oranges of olden times. And you could even, you're not supposed to, but like you could pick one, but there's none right now. There's none right now. They're very not tasty though. They're not tasty. I was told by the tour guide that they're bitter as hell because they're like ancient oranges. Like all our modern fruits and vegetables and stuff like that have been selectively bred for many generations to be tasty, right? So these orange trees here produce very bitter oranges, but they look pretty. I like them. They look pretty. Alana, hello, welcome in. Hi. Well, you came in just in time for the little Rome tour. What if the tour guide told you only so you wouldn't take them? You think that they're tasty? I doubt that. I doubt that they're that tasty. So this is just me like walking through, like showing you guys the scenery. Oh my gosh, I love these trees, by the way. Like I just love how, oh no, I didn't mean to press. I love how how do I describe this? The feeling of the big trees overhead, it makes you feel quite small, but also makes you like it makes you feel in awe, you know? Like not only do you feel small, but you also feel big at the same time. I don't know how else to describe it. So it was really cool to see. And I'm walking up to get the nice city view here. Oh, I do a little zoom in. I think I zoom in more. The zoom in. And I'm walking, and then blah! Beautiful view of the city, right? I love it so much. Wait, gotta hide this real quick. Gotta hide this. Oh, I guess it doesn't make sense to hide it if, hold on. I want to check the video footage just to make sure. Okay. Now I can hide this and check the video footage. Okay. I was like, do I flip this back to my face at the very end? I really hope not. So I'm glad I don't. Yeah, now you can see this beautiful view of the city. Yeah, look at that. It's such a nice place. And this is me zooming in. This is the Capitol. Do you see? This is the Capitol building. Oh, with their big ass statues on the top. So pretty, right? I'm like maximizing my zoom here, but it is a really like beautiful setup. And this is in the middle of an orange garden. It's kind of secluded. It's a bit far from everything, but that's why we have mopeds, right? And why is Europe so much prettier than America? That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you could wake up every day and see this. Like, this is just your life. You're just chilling. It's crazy. So I was having a blast. And this is some more photos from the trip in the orange garden. You can see here, like these are some of the pictures that I took. Like the greenery here. I didn't edit these photos, by the way. These are unedited photos. Look at it, unedited. That's just how green and bright everything is. Actually crazy. So I was like, damn, All right. Okay. You got motion. And then this is oh. I'm pointing over here to the chapel. This is one of the older chapels. Shoot. I have a little okay. I got a little Wikipedia page here because I wanted to pull it up. I don't want to look at the modern park. It's right next to, what is that called? I'm trying to find what the chapel is called. The Savaline Castle. It was bordered the here it is. The Basilica of Saint Sabina. That's what I'm pointing at here. It's one of the oldest extant celestial basilica in Rome that preserves its original colorendo and rectangular pattern. I cannot say these words. Oh my god, never make me read that again. Holy. I apparently though, it's currently in use right now. So it is in use and is super old and belongs to the Dominican order. So I was like, whoa, look at that. I also, when I hear that it's not open to the public, I immediately want to break in. I don't know if that's like a problem of mine or not, but when I hear, oh my gosh, this really ancient, cool place is not open to the public right now, I'm just like, really? So, I didn't though. I didn't. Look, this is it. This is it. And I'm walking around. Yeah, this is me on my way back. I'm heading back. But you can see, I'm getting a little, like, I'm being pulled. I'm focusing on it, and I'm like, I could jump that wall. I look at it, I'm like, ooh, I could jump that wall. Fredu, let him out of America? What do you mean? I just wanna go on a quick little trip, okay? And then, okay. So if you think the scenery was cool, I also thought the scenery was cool, but sometimes even the really simple things that you would normally overlook are also really cool because the water here was amazing. The water was so cool. This like fountain ass looking thing is actually a working public water fountain that is hundreds of years old. You walk, so it's putting out water, fresh water from the Roman aqueducts that are still running right now. It's the same water system as all the fountains. So all the fountains are centrally linked to like a drinking source of water, and you can just go up to any of these like dinky ass water fountains and drink from it. And also, I have a video of this, but I can't show you because it's like super messy. But if you're wondering, hey, how do I drink from this? Like, do I just stick my head underneath and start drinking from it like a dog? Well, actually, it has a hole at the top. So at the top of the water fountain, there's like the top of the spout, there's a little hole. And so if you cover the bottom with your finger, the water will squirt out and you can just drink the water that squirts out. So there's like, this is water bottle mode. And then there's like a drinking mode that you just plug. And I thought that was really cool. And it's cool that the same aqueducts that worked like literally thousands of years ago is still functional, and it's still being maintained by the city. So you can just chill out and drink some water there. And I drank a lot of water from this fountain, and I did not get diarrhea. So hey, that's a win, right? I did have one of my friends. I sent this picture to I sent a picture of it to my friend, and they're like, Carmen, you're gonna die. You're actually gonna die if you drink from this. And I was like, it'll probably be fine. Donvi, hello, welcome in. And are you sure it's not made out of lead back then? Well, so they are made from lead pipes. Okay, like it's actually made from lead pipes. So did I drink water from a lead pipe? Yes, I did. But when you drink, when you have water flowing through a lead pipe long enough, all the dangerous lead gets coated with other stuff. So now it's fine. It's been in the pipes have been in use for so long, they're no longer leaching lead. So it was fine. Was the water a little bit sweet? Maybe. Nikin, hello. How are you doing? Are you taking a break from your debut week? How's it going? I'm currently showing the Carbonauts, my Rome tour. I'm showing photos and like little videos that I took while I was traveling. So I'm right now trying to convince them that drinking from leaded water is not that bad. Okay, actually, if you think drinking from lead pipes are bad, may I present to you, behold, Exhibit B to my right is drinking from a casket. That basin at the bottom there, that's not made to be a water basin. That's actually someone's tomb. Yeah. Someone dug up another person's marble tomb, took out the body, and turned it into a water fountain basin. So yeah, they dug it up out of the ground, literally out of whatever catacombs it was placed at, and put at the bottom of that little face there. They made like a nice little face and poured water through it, and the water collects in the basin. Exactly. Yeah. I drank from that one too. So, what do you think is worse? Do you think drinking from leaded pipes is worse, or do you think drinking from a funeral casket is? I don't know. You're so ill? I mean, I'm not the only one who drank from casket water, okay? Like, it's safe. It's fine. All right? Cute chibi form. Yes. Yeah, so they dug it up and used it as a water basin. It's actually very common. If you tour around Rome especially, you'll see a lot of basins that is pooling water. If you look at them, they are all oddly shaped like this, and they just drill a hole in the bottom to like filter it out and take out the bones and throw the bones away, and they're like, oh, good as new. So yeah, that's a choice you made. I know, I'd make it again. I thought it was pretty cool. So I just want to show you some water. The water stuff was pretty dope. And speaking of water, I went to a famous fountain. This is the Fonte dell'Acqua. It's a fountain made by Pope Sixtus V, which is ironic. Yeah, I visited this big fountain, and this is the fountain that the Trevi fountain was based off of, and you can also drink from this one. They are all linked to the same water system, so I thought it was really cool to go see. And also, it is one of the like first big great fountains that the church started trying to build, because they were seeing like all these aqueducts that were no longer working or linked to fountains, and they were getting a little pissy. They're like, oh my gosh, those old people who are already dead can't be mogging us. Let me tax alcohol, raise a bunch of funds, and build an ornate fountain here. And this was one of the first. And so they built this back in, oh goodness, let me see the date. Built in 1585. So this was built in 1585, and it was used as a base for the Trevi fountain later on. Tax alcohol, perhaps it was whiskey. No, they taxed wine, which was really controversial at the time. People were upset about it. They were like, how dare you collect all of this money from us? But the wine was taxed and the fountain was built. And you see these little the little marble guys, the little marble nubs that are sticking out. That was added later on because people kept bringing their cattle to the fountain to drink and wash in the fountain. So not only would everyone in the town square come over here to get water and like, you know, to drink, but they would also be washing their horses and shit in here. Like they would just take a pig or a sheep and just throw them in the water here to wash them off. And so they built a little marble fence afterwards and be like, guys, can you not do that? And then they had to, and after they put the fence in to keep the cattle out, people still washed in it, and eventually they ended up passing some laws in like the 1700s being like, guys, if you keep showering in here, we're gonna arrest you. Please don't do that. So yes, I also drank out of the same water system.
Pew.
Yay. I definitely have something now. I'm sorry. Red Foxy, hello, and Bittersweet, hi, welcome in. And CPDF, I saw you sneak in as well. In the 1700s, after centuries of washing their cattle in there, yeah, you know, cleanliness standards came much later. Oh, and my big chibi noggin is blocking the way. But across this fountain, like literally on the other side, is this beautiful view. Look at this. That is a view of the city. It's really, oh man, can I make it bigger for you guys? Oh, I can't. It's so beautiful from the side. I'm sorry, what is this place? This is Rome. This is me touring Rome. It's a famous fountain in Rome. It is this fountain, the Fonte del Acqua Palo. And it has a great view of the city. Most people actually don't. If you want to take a picture of a fountain in Rome, I would recommend this one over the Trevi fountain because it's not centrally located. So it's a little bit farther away. So there's a lot less tourists here. When did you go to Rome? 2 weeks ago. I went a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I'm actually still recovering from a cold that I got over there. Coughs. I know. Yum. So yeah, I had a good time traveling. So I went. I got pictures, so many pictures, and today I'm just showing all the photos off. Okay. Are you ready to see the next thing? Are you guys ready to see the next thing? Are you ready? We take the moped again. And we take it to... I don't know why it says riding back. This is riding to the next thing. Look at this cute photo of all the mopeds. This is at the monument to Garibaldi. This guy unified all of Italy. So at the time, Italy was like a bunch of like mini kingdoms and mini cities. And so one guy unified all of Italy and they built like a monument to him, and it oversees... Oh, whoops. I don't want to show you guys that. I don't want to show you guys that one yet. But there's a video of... I didn't add this. I added the wrong video. Damn. This is like at one of the highest points in Rome where they built this monument to Garibaldi. The guy who unified Rome. And it was... The entire monument is like a big FU to the Vatican. At the time, before Rome was unified, no one could build any higher than the Vatican. It was like not allowed. If you built above the Vatican, you were considered, you know, you're shitting on them. You're shitting on their religion. Hello? Only they can have the highest buildings. And so this was strategically chosen to be even above the Vatican building height limit. And also, you see where the horse is facing with his butt facing out? That butt is facing directly to the Vatican as another fuck you. So after they unified Rome, they really did not like the Vatican right next door. So they were just like, hey, hey Pope, what you gonna do? And honestly, stuff like that is really funny to me, and it's all over Rome in its history. So the fact that they built it like one level higher and also put the horse's ass towards the Pope is hilarious, and it's been standing here for hundreds of years. Hello, Neon. Welcome in. Hi. So yeah, I was like, no way. And this was the last stop of the moped journey. And at the time, they were like, hey, Karbon, we took a bunch of photos of you. We took you to all these monuments. Where do you want to go now? We can drop you off anywhere in the city. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet of them. So at the end of the photo shoot and the little mini tour on the moped, they're like, we can take you anywhere. Where would you like to go? And I was like, oh, I want to go back to the Colosseum. Take me back to the Colosseum, because in the Colosseum there's a Roman Forum, and I wanted to walk around the Roman Forum where and the Emperor's Palace. So I was like, all right, let's go. And sorry, I got a little excited. This video behind you is a kind of silly redacted version of me passenger princessing all the way back to the Colosseum. Here, I'll show you. This is me riding back, and I had such a great time. This is me in my I Heart Roma shirt, driving back or riding back. Look at the scenery, and it's like the middle of the day. It was amazing. It was so fun. I'm sorry about the little chibi sensor. I think it's funny. So I was heading back, and this was me the whole ride. I was just vibing. Yeah, and I had like a nice little helmet on and everything, and I had like my little vlog camera. It was really fun. So I had a good time, and they took me straight back. I'll show you. And oh, they actually didn't drop me off right at the Colosseum. I requested to be dropped off next to the Colosseum at a cafe. I looked up a cafe, and it was right across the Colosseum. It was super close, and they had the best, yummiest food. Boom! I'm at the Colosseum. Look at these options. Look at the bakery foods. And I got myself some flatbread with some prosciutto and brie cheese, and I got some water as well, because mind you, it was really freaking hot. So I got some yummy ass food. So I got all this, and I also got a cappuccino. I got myself a cappuccino because I was like, I can't go to Italy and not get a cappuccino. So I got prosciutto and cheese bread and a cappuccino to sip on, and I got a bottle of water backup so that I wouldn't dehydrate as I was like traveling and walking around. So I was eating good. Oh, hello, Red Panda. Hi, welcome in. We're talking about my trip right now. So yeah. Also, when I sat down here and I said, hey, I would like one cappuccino, please. The guy told me, hey, in Italy, we say good morning first. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I'm too American for this. Apparently, they make small talk before they like order food. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to have some like chit chat beforehand, and I got so embarrassed. I was like, I'm so sorry. Thank you for informing me. But clearly I was a tourist, all right? I where are your manners type shit. I felt so bad. I was trying to have my manners, but I'm wearing an I Love Roma shirt, and I'm like literally about to eat on the go. Okay, I just came out of a taxi. I'm wearing a big sun hat. Like, come on. Clearly I'm not from here. Wait, you guys don't Greek your clerks? It's like pretty optional. From where I'm from, sometimes you don't say like hi, how are you doing, or anything. You just like, hey, can I get the food? Like that's pretty much it. So for me to be like, hey, how's it going? When I'm in a rush, okay, I'm excited. I want to Zoom. I want to like go to the Roman Forum right away. I gotta walk the path of the emperors. You know, time's a ticking. I'm not here for many days. I'm only here for a couple days. You know, I gotta go. So I didn't say good morning, and I got scolded. And after I got that embarrassed, I was like, okay, let's chill, Karbon. Let's take a deep breath. And so I sat down, and I'm like, okay, I will relax, and I will not get my cappuccino to go. that one scolding made me maybe sit down and sip on the cappuccino instead of getting it to go because I felt bad. And so I sat down and I ate and I sipped on my cappuccino there. And also, as I was sipping on my cappuccino, not 2 minutes later, another guy comes in the thickest American accent and said, "1 cappuccino, please." And the barista said the same thing. I watched it happen in real time as the barista was like, "Oh, we say good morning here." And I was just like, how many times does this happen every day? I was just like, oh boy. And this guy was also like flabbergasted. He was like, "Oh no." And I was like, "Yo, sit down with me. It's okay. Pop a squat."
Pew.
Yeah. So it apparently is a common thing. And I was like, okay, I was actually, I actually appreciate them correcting me. I think it would have been easier for them to not say anything and just let me get away with the bad behavior and just like be like, "Oh, they're an American, they don't understand," right?
Pew.
But like, I want to treat people like appropriately in the area that I'm in the country that I'm at, and if it's saying hello to them before I order food, like, yes, I will do that. So I appreciated that I found this out very early in the trip. And so every time I got coffee afterwards, I always said hello to the barista ahead of time. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, and also the food was really good. And the cappuccino was good too. So I got a nice cappuccino. Also, I also came back to this Oh gosh, I only have one photo of this. Oh my goodness, this is all the way at the beginning. Okay, we're gonna go all the way to the beginning. It's in the thumbnail. So you see that cat in the top right, like right above my head? That is a cat that barista made me. After telling me, hey Karbon, you should say hello, good morning. They felt bad for me, I guess, and made me a cat. And I was like, whoa. I had to take a picture of it. It was really cute. It was like actually so insane. Like I can't, that barista skill is insane. That's insane latte art ability, right? I don't think they were mad at all. No, I don't think they were mad. I think they were just like trying to educate me. So yeah, it was really cute. It was so cool to see. And then do. Well, now we have to go all the way. Oh, zoom in. Okay, we do this. And then I'm at the Coliseum. Okay, so after I get my coffee and I am armed with water and I got food in my belly, it's time to go see the Roman Forum. It's time to go see the Roman Forum. And then I go and oh sorry. Boom. I go to the Roman Forum and it's gated. It's paywalled. I'm getting paywalled. I can't actually go in and see it. They have these high ass gates and it's fenced off. So I'm like there's how do I describe this? There's tourists who paid and they're walking along the path, but I haven't paid, so I'm spying on them from like the common street view, and I'm like looking in. I'm like, this is me like with the like right, my face is right up to the fence. I'm like taking photos. I'm like, ooh, look at that wall. Look how old it is. Commoner. That's what I felt like. I felt like a commoner. And so I was trying my best to peer over, and I was like, how do I get tickets? How do I get in here? It looks so cool. I want to be in here. And also, this is when I was like walking around the perimeter trying to get in, and then I saw one of my friends on Discord. They like updated their status to something edgy, and I was just like, "Oh, Michi, hello. Hello, how are you?" I'm doing well. I'm showing chat my Rome tour right now. So when I was like walking around Rome. So one of my friends updated their Discord status to something edgy, and they were like feeling down. So I pull up, I call them on Discord and video call them on Discord and be like, guess where I'm at. Guess where I'm at right now. And they open up the Discord call, and the first thing they see is the Colosseum. And I'm just like, hell yeah, we're walking through the Roman Forum. Tell me about your relationship issues. So it was just literally me and my homie, and they were just yapping about their relationship trauma while I was showing them around Rome. And I thought it was actually really fun. I actually had a really good time showing them. And it was really sweet. And mind you, before this moment, I was like really focused on trying to get images and good videos for you guys, and also to like record and turn to YouTube videos later. And I felt like I saw the stuff and I thought it was really cool, but I didn't like get to fully appreciate it. And doing stuff, I guess, I mean, I still have a camera out, but doing stuff with a friend and like calling them and just yapping, being like, oh, do you see that? Like, what about that? Isn't that so cool? Was so nice, you know? And it was, I traveled here alone, so I didn't have anyone to go with me. So it was really fun to like be able to call someone and be like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'm like, I wish I went with someone. I'm a sucker for like museum dates and stuff like that. So it was like my little cop out, whereas I still had a friend and I was still kind of able to show them, and it was really nice. And then also, as I was like walking around aimlessly for the perimeter, I found how to get tickets. I found a way to get inside. So I finally found a way into the gated community. I was like, I can now ascend. I can become privileged. And I got in. I got into the Roman Forum. And behold, this is, oh, sorry, not the Roman Forum. Let me be very specific. It wasn't the Forum. It was the Emperor's Palace. Okay, I got to go into the Roman Emperor's private domicile. I was able to get into the place where they have their own little private gardens and buildings and servant quarters and everything. And here's a picture of me inside. Papa! I also took a lot of selfies. Do you guys like the selfie of me inside the Emperor's Palace? Yeah? Also, you can see my little camera that I was carrying around. I can't believe how you're dressed. I know, you like my smile. I was smiling, grinning from ear to ear. Also, you can kind of tell that I'm wearing the I Love Roma shirt, which is pretty funny. Yeah, I did take a lot of selfies while I was inside. Oh, Starlight. Oh wait, let me cover this. Oh my gosh, I have to give you a flesh warning. Starlight, hello. Hi Raiders. Welcome in. I'm currently showing the Carbonauts my pictures and videos that I took from the Rome tour. I've recently visited Europe for the first time, and I went to Rome because I'm a bit of a mythology nerd. So I also like the art there. So I was touring all the ancient artifacts and stuff like that. Did you have fun? Yes, I took a lot of selfies. Look at this. Oh my God, flesh warning. Sorry. Immersion break. You might not be ready as a VTuber enjoyer, but this is what I actually look like. I know. Do you still watch me? Do you still think I'm a sexy VTuber? Anyway, I know I love censoring this photos like this. I think it's really funny. So handsome. I know. Thank you. Carbon face reveal. I know, my face is actually smack in the middle of this. So yeah, I was in here and I took a lot of photos. And actually, I took some really nice long videos. Check this out. It's mislabeled Roman Forum, but it's actually kind of partially Roman Forum, partially the Roman Emperor Palace area. We double check to make sure the footage is okay. Okay, this footage is fine. Here we go. Look, this is like the garden area. And I'm in. I'm no longer staring through the gates. Like, I actually got in. I was able to walk through here. And all this ground here used to not be, some of this used to be covered with marble, like fancy marble paths. And some of it was also like ground. And all these are gardens that aren't maintained. Oh. And you see the walls here? You see all the holes here? Remember, this is where the hooks go for the other side of the marble plaques. So all these walls were covered. It's just most of them have been looted. So the only thing left is the brick insides. So whenever you see holes like this, that means something was mounted onto here so that you wouldn't just see the bare wall. But yeah, I was in. And so this is me walking around, and you can still see some of the walls. Some of it is still buried underground as well. And you can see these are mosaics, these right here. They're like colored stones that are assembled in such a way that looks like a painting. And these are the remnants of some of them. So cool. And I love all the little plaques everywhere that like describe what each thing is. And mind you, I'm battling the sun right now. I'm walking around, it's like 90 degrees plus. So it is hot. It is hot, but I'm doing it. And the entire place is like part of the palace, which is crazy, right? The Domus Augusta. And they had a lot of these plaques were also in English, so it was very nice to be able to actually read some of it. Ooh, we can read this one right now. This is In the hall of the floor is made out of African marble slabs. Oh, they have a map. Roma versus where the slabs are from. These marble slabs are from Africa. That's crazy. It's actually nuts. And they're talking about the history of the marble. That's so cool. So yeah, I was able to walk around and read all the plaques and look at the things. I thought it was really cute. Wait. And every single like clearing like this had some central function. I just don't know it. I was really torn when I was going through this between speed and guided tours. So there were a few places. I got a bunch of guided tours for the Vatican, but I didn't get that many guided tours for Rome. And I was a bit sad about that because the people who are guiding you on the tours are extremely knowledgeable. Rome has like this quality control thing where if you want to be a tour guide, you have to take a bunch of classes to be an expert in the thing that you're touring. And so someone who like tours the Colosseum can't also tour the Roman Forum, right? Like they have to be specifically certified for each like monument. And there's like quizzes and stuff like that in order to ensure that the tourist experience is good. And that also means their guided tours are really freaking great. And a lot of them are also like double as archaeologists on the side. So I was, oh man, I wish I had more time to book the guided tours. I feel like I was missing out on so much. Like when you walk around such a historic place without like the full context, it pisses me off. So I was sad that I wasn't able to see the whole thing. But I knew that there was cool stuff here, and I probably will look it up later. Maybe we'll see. Oh, and then this is a longer video. Let me double check just to make sure that it's okay really quick. Oh my gosh, this one's really long. This one is really long. Are you ready? It's 7 minutes of me just walking through the forum. In the palace areas. Oh my gosh. This is another thing. I wish I brought an umbrella. This person bringing an umbrella is cooking. Oh my goodness. I did not have an umbrella and I regret it so much. I know it looks a little bit silly, but when you have the sun beating on you from above, oh, worst mistake. So next time I'll get an umbrella and walk around with it. Because it was really hot. Like, look how beautiful this is. Hello, Cypher. Hi, welcome in. I'm just showing off the Rome tour right now. Oh, this was the place that we walked at before. This one, except a different view. and you can see like all the little like walkway areas. Oh, and then this is I found like a mosaic tile on the ground here that was from oh goodness, it was from a painting from before, and I was like, oh my god, it's right here. I don't know, is it weird for me to look at pebbles in the ground and be like, holy crap, it's from a marble piece from Africa? That's crazy. But I thought it was crazy. I thought it was cool. I think like the civilization aspect was what like really hyped me up. I hope you're doing well. I love your chibi model. Thank you. Thank you. I am doing well. Thank you. And also welcome in. And this is me trying to get to the shade. I'm like, shade, please. Shade, please. And then I'm like looking through the walls and stuff like that. Oh, and they have like some of the decorations here. Like you can see some of the decorative portions that are still left over from the old walls. Ooh, and I try to zoom in all the plaques that I can so that we can read them later. And this is just me walking through. Apparently they filmed a few movies here too, which is like, this is like an amazing place to film a movie. Oh, this is me trying to get into, there's a clearing here, like a big garden I'm trying to show. Imagine having all of this in your backyard as just like a garden to chill on. Like it literally only exists for you to vibe and walk through and look at and be like, yeah, I feel so nice. Like this entire garden area, just randomly for one dude. Crazy. I had a lot of fun though. It was nice for me to explore. And I'm like walking around. You can see me zoom in. Where else?
Pew.
Ooh. I found some forbidden stairwells down here that led underground into the palace. And I was like, I really want to go. And I wanted to ask the tour guides how to get down there, but I ended up not having time. I was like, please. I saw some stairs. So I was like, I know. I missed out. But it was still really cool to see. And then and me walking some more. Ooh. This is really cool. This used to be part of a bathhouse. You can still see some of the marble stones, right? These red stones are from this red marbles from Egypt. It like really, it's supposed to showcase how Rome was a very global empire at the time, and they had specific like a specialty marble from each like region that they controlled at the time. And the whole palace here used to be covered with a marble, but some of it caved and fell down, and you can see that these ones, the ground underneath has sunken in a little bit, so they're kind of like decaying a bit, which is a shame because I don't know how long these things will last. You can still see they're just like out exposed to the elements too, which is nuts for me. Oh, to be an emperor of a personal garden. I know, I wish. And a lot of it is like still under construction as well. Like they're doing constant repairs for these things. So yeah, that was a long video I wanted to show you. And then, okay. Let me not get too distracted. What is this? Oh, I finished the forum tour. Okay. And mind you, I've been walking through the forum here for hours. Okay. It is a huge place. And I also walked through the Colosseum. So at this point, I need food. And the place I chose to eat, I don't know why, but after viewing all of this, I was really craving a burger. Like, really craving a burger. And I found a Burger King. There was a Burger King here. And I thought to myself, wow, what is maybe the burgers taste differently here. So in the middle of Rome, I went to Burger King and I wore a little Burger King hat. I got some fries and I got a Whopper. And I had a Whopper. And I had my little emperor's hat in Rome, and I ate my Whopper and had my burgers, my fries. It was actually quite good. It was very yummy, and the price was reasonable too. It was good. Couldn't deal with it about 1 week. I mean, I wanted to try it. I wanted to see if it would taste differently. So I'm glad I did. I also have something to show you. Inside the Burger King, I tried the bathroom. This is a video of me inside the Burger King bathroom. And why is it that they have full ceiling like stalls? This is the craziest thing to me, is that look how there's no gap below and there's barely a gap above. Like, I have never felt so private in a toilet before. I had to take a video and show you guys, because in America, you know, this entire bottom portion would be like open and you could like stick your head through. And so to have this like private little subsection inside a public bathroom was crazy. I was like, actually, it was like culture shock. I actually had a culture shock inside this Burger King. So yeah, I had to show you the video. I'm sorry I took a video inside showing you a toilet, but like, hey, it was big deal for me. It was a big deal for Americans. All right. And then after this, my day is packed. Okay. This is in the middle of the day. And so Turbarino, the Turb birds are flocking in. You have a community name now? Welcome in, Turb. Welcome. Wait, I can wave to the raiders. Wave 1. Wave 2. Hi. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome. Man, this has been my raid message for 10 years. Really? Oh my gosh. I must be old because I remember when you didn't do this raid message. Wow. Welcome in. Hi. Oh my god, Anna with the raid. Hello. Turb birds. Welcome in, Turb birds. Hi, I'm Carbon. I'm an astronaut VTuber. I'm also an IRL scientist. And you came in at a very interesting time. Welcome to my... Let me add the image. Let me show you. Welcome to my Rome tour. This is a tour of me in Rome. I took a bunch of photos and videos as I was traveling, and so this is pictures and videos of me in Rome. Why am I in Rome eating at Burger King? Well, I was really craving a burger. Originally, I'm from America, so sometimes I want a burger, and sometimes I record myself in the bathroom stall because I am shocked about how tall the bathroom stalls are and how much privacy they offer. And I was so shocked that I had to take a video of it and show you guys. So sorry about that. Yes. You go out, Carbon? Sometimes. I actually went out because I was really hyped to go see some museums. You actually got to the nerdy part of the tour. All right. This is in the middle of the day. So I've already did my photo shoot at the beginning. I did a photo shoot on a moped. I visited the Emperor's Palace. I saw the Colosseum. I've eaten. My day started early. Remember, I started like at 6 a.m. And then I get to go to my favorite museum. I'm not that American. Stop. I'm Mr. Worldwide, surely. Anyway, this is my favorite museum in Rome. I went to the Capitolini Museum. This is the Capitol. You can see in the back here, that bronze statue of Marcus Aurelius with his hand sticking out, being like, "Oh, I'm so cool." It's like the big central picture thing of Rome, and also this like sexy man statue. But this is me literally out on the entrance near the exit of the Capitolini Museum. Why are you in Rome? Why not? But I'll tell you why. I actually want to go visit some European friends. And because everything in Europe is like pretty closely located, I decided to fly and fuck off to Rome afterwards. So after visiting my friends, I did a solo trip for a couple days. Yeah. I thought it was cool. I'm happy I did the solo trip. So yeah. Lexer, hello, welcome in. So this is me at my favorite museum. I was so excited, and I am going to now show you some of my favorite exhibits. Okay, these are like my favorite top 10 exhibits that I'm gonna show you. I think you'll enjoy. Okay. Ooh. Also, don't mind me being a little edgy. I was sitting like right above me is I think it's like a Valkyrie statue, essentially, like a Valkyrie statue. And I'm just sitting under it, using it for shade, chilling, resting for a little before I go in. And then I'm in. Let me show you. Next photo. Here are actually, oh my gosh, I start off strong. This is my favorite. Literally my favorite exhibit of the entire Capitolini Museum. In fact, okay, this is kind of a big confession off my chest, but the first time I saw this exhibit, I actually teared up. I actually cried a little bit, like a little baby. Why did I cry a little? It's the historic significance, okay? All right. Sometimes things inspire a lot of awe, all right? So, are you ready? Ba-da-da-da-da. My favorite exhibits in my favorite museum in the whole world. Behold, a bronze statue of a horse and an ox's butt. It's not a horse ass, it's an ox ass, okay? And that's a horse over there, all right? Why are these so cool? Why are these like some of the best, awesomest museum exhibits out there? Well, it's because these are some of the only surviving Greek bronze statues. All right. Also, see ya, Turb. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good stream. The reason why I teared up is, okay, you know those marble statues you see from Roman times? Like this really like cool Roman statues of people's faces doing weird stuff, like, you know, very evocative emotion wise. A lot of those are based off of bronze statues. Just like how nowadays a lot of art students will try to paint like Starry Night, for example, or like the Mona Lisa, or like try to take inspiration from a famous art piece. The bronze statues were the original famous art pieces, and all the marble statues were cheap knockoffs. Isn't that crazy? So the bronze is like the original one, but the reason why there are no bronze statues left is because the bronze is so valuable. No, not many of them survive. Actually, like less than a dozen of them survive. So there's not many at all. And this is like one of like 5 bronze statues that have survived from Greek antiquity, like from the olden days in Greece, like proving that Greek sculptors back in the day actually knew ball. They actually knew how to sculpt. It's just you don't see many surviving pieces left nowadays. So these are very like precious historic artifacts that have not been recreated since. Yeah, I know. They needed to melt them down for weapons. Yes. I mean, bronze is like infinitely reusable. So people melt down all the bronze they can find, essentially bronze and silver. It's the same thing with like silver plates and silver knives and stuff like that. It used to be a lot more common, but because of scarcities in metals, a lot of them have been melted down. So not many of these are remaining. And you can see here, this is like a little fun fact for the horse, the bronze horse. The reason why there's no back plate for the horse, like the back is missing, is because a rider was added on later. So someone repurposed this bronze horse statue and added a person on top, like another statue that then got removed later on. But it was enough to preserve the horse itself, which is good. So I'm glad that I was able to see it. Those were handmade. Yeah, all these were handmade. I know, right? Isn't that crazy? Like the striations in the muscles, it's crazy. The original Uma Musume. So I was really hyped to see it. Yeah. And then let me see. What is my next exhibit that I'm here to show you? Okay. If this is top 1 exhibit that I want to show you, this is top 2 exhibit. This is maybe my second favorite. I don't want to tier list rank them. It's really high up there. You're gonna think this is funny. You're gonna think it's silly, maybe silly, maybe funny. I don't know. Behold, this is someone's tombstone. Okay, their tombstone. On the right. This is literally someone's tombstone on the right. I'm gonna read it out to you. All right. Let me go to the next slide to read it out to you, and the reason why I love it so much. Crescent's charioteer of the blue faction, originally from blah blah blah, 22 years old, and then it lists out on this man's tombstone his chariot race stats. It talks about how many wins he has and how much he won, saying he won 1.5 million sextares, something, whatever the currency that is. It also talks about how he raced 686 times, won 47 competitions, and 19 with 1 chariot, 23 with 2 chariots, and 5 with 3 chariots. He also came into second place 130 times. It's literally a guy who, when he died, said, yeah, you know what I want people to know about my legacy when they visit my tombstone? I want them to see my chariot race stats. I want them to know the full KDA. This guy was the faker of chariot racing. Like, he really kicked the bucket and was just like, yep, stats. I want them all to know. Actually crazy. I love it. It's so funny. It's also very human. So I also included on the side here another favorite exhibit of mine, which is one of the bronze chariots that are left over. And this chariot is like depicting some of the mythological myths that were happening. But yes, the tombstone, this specific tombstone, I really liked. And what was I gonna say? Oh, under the Capitolini Museum, actually in the basement. Also, Hosey, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hi. Welcome to the space station. Okay. Underneath the Capitol Museum is a bunch of tombstones. They have this entire exhibit dedicated to like the common person's like last words that they would put on their tombstone. And amongst a lot of like heartfelt tombstones talking about family, when people the life that people lived, I found this chariot racing guy with just his stats, and I was just like, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. And I really want to show you guys because I think it's ridiculous. It's wow. I don't know what to say about it. And I also included some other tombstones in here too. Very commonly, if you didn't know, for the tombstones were like, and burial spots were kind of expensive. So after someone dies long enough, what will happen commonly is that they will buff out the words on the tombstone and bury a new person in there. So they'll like double dip. They'll just like, rub off the text and just put another person down. And so to counteract that, more modern tombstones started putting curses on the tombstone to prevent you from doing so. And this is one of them. This one says, "This is the burial place of Fortunatus and Lucia, where their daughter lies, who lived about 10 years, and whoever violates this tomb shall suffer the fate of Judas." So this was like while Christianity was popping up, they were like, if you mess with my tombstone, if you try to recycle my headstone, I hope you go to hell. Like that is a thing that people started adding to their tombstones. I thought it was really like, whoa. And also the recycling gets even crazier. Wait, do I have some more? Oh, this is taxes. This is like they also like carved rental laws and stuff like that. Oh, this is the one. This one gets wild. Okay. So this is someone's casket, all right? This is like where you'd put a body, right? If you notice something here, do you see this face? It's a little blurred out. You see how that face is a little blurred out? And the rest is really detailed. So why are the faces blurred out? That main central face. This face is actually being prepped to be replaced. That's right. They found this casket dug up and partially wiped off because someone dug up this casket, erased the face, and they're going to etch on a new face and sell it to someone. And that's a common thing. Apparently, these caskets get reused for like multiple generations. Like people will actually literally rub off the face if they think they could get away with it and like put in new family members and like a person. Yeah, that's crazy. So if you had a casket made in ancient Roman Greek times, it's likely either been reused by 3 different people or now a water fountain. So yeah, crazy. Judas hung himself, Karbon. They're saying KYS. Oh my gosh, you're right. What about the body? I think they just dumped the bones. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't think they paid that much respect for the body if they're like blurring out faces and ignoring the KYS warnings on the tombstone. So yeah, that was the craziest part for me to see. And it's very common. I saw a lot of these tombstones. Let me see. What else do I have next? Oh, and to conclude my tour of Rome, at the end of the Capitolini Museum, they had this view of the Roman Forum. This is actually the Roman Forum. The before was the Emperor's Palace. This is like how do I describe this? You walk up from all the tomb site areas up like this stairwell that opens up to this big clearing. And outside the big clearing is this entire view of the Roman Forum. And it's so beautiful. I think I have a video of it that I hope I added here. I did add it. Look at that. It's like, so they have all the things labeled here, and this syncs to an audio tour book so that like you can like look up the language that you have, and it explains each lettered section here, and it's right here at the bottom, and you can just look up, and then this is like the actual forum. And there's the triumphant bridge thing over here, the triumphant gate. This is like where all the big Senate buildings are. And then there's also these pillars in the far back. That's where the eternal flame was supposed to be. And it's also like the temple where all like the virgins take care of it the entire time. Yeah, I forget what they're called. But it was so cool. I know, very pretty. And then, what is this? What is this slide? Hold on. Let me double check. I have another mystery slide. Oh, okay. I know what's I know what's up now. Okay. I had to center myself. I had to center myself for a second. Okay. So we saw this. This is the end of the Capitolini Museum. All right. And this section here was really cool. I really liked it. I spent a lot of time here. I didn't actually go down to walk this. I just vibed here, and I was like listening to all the history, like facts about it, and it was really cool to hear. And I was like one of the last people to leave the museum too. I was here until closing, so I was just like vibing here until they kicked me out essentially. And then I went to the gift shop. I was hoping I could get some cool stuff at the gift shop, but the gift shop is like kind of not it here. I'll show you some videos and pictures that I took of the gift shop later. But really, I think the experience was the best. I wanted to get something for myself, but I wasn't able to find anything cool, unfortunately. Though I found a bit of a surprise on the way home. When I was walking back from the Roman Forum to my Airbnb, I ran into this. This is randomly in the middle of the street. Okay, this is not an exhibit. Okay, it's just randomly in the middle of Rome. Like there are streets and gelato shops and like retail shops everywhere, and right here is actually the Senate building where Julius Caesar was stabbed. So I got to, on the way back, I randomly ran into the Senate building where Julius Caesar got killed and murked. I know, Ayo is right. And also, this place, I talked about it before, doubles as a cat sanctuary. No humans are allowed down here without like proper, like who aren't like proper archaeologists, but cats are. There's a cat sanctuary here. And so there's literally cats everywhere. Like right here, there's another cat. They're just chilling. They're sleeping on the same steps that Julius Caesar is forever sleeping on. Just randomly. It's saying here, don't feed the cats. But yeah, they're all over this place. There's like 4 or 5 cats everywhere. I know, kitties. They're so cute. They're so cute. And this is me walking along. It was just so cool to see. And then, let me see. What else? Oh, I have more cat photos. Why did I take so many pictures of the cats? I take so many pictures of the cats. Oh, I love them so much, though. They were so cute. And that's it. Oh my gosh. That's the last photo that I have of the specific like Rome museums that I went to, all the historic places, all the like mythological places that I went to. That was my last photo. It was of a cat. It's of a cat. Wow. So yeah. It was a really good time. I got to see a lot of cool things, and I still have a lot of thoughts about it. I would love to make this into like a fun YouTube video, but I don't know how, like what angle I want to go through it. Yes, Clappy, thank you. I hope you appreciated my brief summary of all the museum trips that I had. It was very fun. I felt very vibey going through it, and I'm glad that I was able to share it with you. Yeah, I also did some like other crazy things. Like I also had like, I went out to eat. That's where I had like my impromptu date kind of. And then I also, I also tried to go shopping as well. I went out to eat to a bunch of different places. The food was really yummy. I did a food tour as well. I also took a class on how to make tiramisu as well while I was in here. Lots of fun things. And I still have a bunch of footage from the rest of my Rome trip. I have a lot of like camera work video footage, but a lot of them are in museums, so I have to blur a lot of the glass. Yes. Zaldi, hello, welcome in. Welcome. I hope you had a good experience watching the Rome tour. Yeah. It was really fun for me to like go around. I wish I did more guided stuff.
Pew.
Oh, and I left out the Sistine Chapel too. That'll be a whole nother day. Looking at the paintings was wild. Wait a minute. I'm missing one video from the Capitolini Museum. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just realized I am missing a video. I'm missing a video. It was a longer one. Hold on. I'm adding it in right now. It was inside of all the art pieces. Oh my gosh. I'm missing two really big Capitolini Museum things. Oh, it's a big, how could I miss this? Okay. I added them back. I added them back for you guys. Here we go. Almost missed out on this one. This is the Marcus Aurelius statue. This is like my third favorite exhibit. One of the top ones out there, okay? This is like the statue that you put on the like Roman postcards, okay? If you like travel to Rome and you have like a postcard to send, this is like the one you put. And the reason why it's like so central to Rome itself is because this is so symbolically the how do I describe this? This is the symbol of power and stability in Rome. To own and be able to display this Marcus Aurelius statue means that you are like the true ruler of Rome and you are stable in your ruling. And so while a lot of statues of its type got melted down, this is like one of literally 3 surviving ones, because one, it's also bronze, right? So rare to not get melted down. But one, because it's like a central has like central meaning to the Italian people, it was preserved. And also because it wasn't always attributed to Marcus Aurelius. During the big like split with the Vatican and like Constantine the Great like coming on and installing Christianity into Rome, a lot of the old Roman emperors' statues got melted down and turned into like weapons and stuff like that. But this one was preserved because Marcus Aurelius looks a little bit like Constantine the Great, which is the big Catholic Roman emperor. He's the Roman emperor who like changed the religion from like paganism to Catholicism. So the Catholics didn't want to fuck with that. So because of the misidentification, it survived. So literally it was like the one time a case of misidentity worked out for this guy. So we still have this statue purely because some people thought it was a statue about Constantine instead. I know. But it was very cool. I very much liked it. You could tell that I did because I spent so much time like angling around it. And I was like, ooh. Oh. And then let me see. Do I show some other stuff? Okay. And then this is the Romulus and Remus statue as well, but this one is not the original. This one is that Romulus and Remus statue was a remake. So while it was cool, it wasn't like super, like I wasn't super hyped about it, you know? I'm sorry. The remakes don't do it for me. Oh, this is a gigantic statue of Hadrian's face and foot. And then this cheeky ass golden statue over here in the corner. Yeah, and then, but it's pretty much a wide empty room for the Marcus Aurelius statue, which was really cool to see. Why go to Greek when the Romans will copy off everything from you? True. Okay, this one I think the artists in chat would really appreciate. This is me walking up, looking at some of these also beautiful, stunning, amazing marble, like they look like marble paintings, but they're just chiseled into the wall, which is nuts. I think this is actually one of the oldest museum in the world. So I'm walking up here. I'm going I'm checking the exhibit signs, and just look at how decorated the Capitolini Museum's walls are. So there's this statue stuff here, but then the ceiling, this is 3D. Like, this is carved into the ceiling. That's nuts, right? And then we go in here, and this is all the paintings and tapestry. So this is not there now. It's no longer carved in. This is all 2D actually. It's painted to be 3D. Like, and these are depicting is this the fight? Is this a Trojan War? Yeah, these are depicting the Trojan War. And you can see here, there's some popes here who like funded the stuff, but you can see them painting everything. Oh, and you can see it's painted to look like this is like a marble embossing of some kind, but really this is all paint. This is like all stuff on the wall, which is so cool, right? I know. It was so fun to see. I'm sorry my camera work here is a little shaky, but I was like trying to get through in time like all the different sections. And then you go into the, like, literally I go into the next room and every room is filled with paintings. Like, these are all depicting big Greek wars. I wish I knew which one each of these were. I could tell you if I spent a little bit more time looking at it. Calm down, Karbon. Why are you so fast? Oh, I wish I would stop and chill out for a little bit. Oh. And if you thought the walls were cool here, like the wall paintings are cool, look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. Isn't that crazy? That's nuts, right? Each of these are paintings. Every single one of those are paintings on the top. Like, actually insane. I could spend a lot of time in this room. I really wish I did too. Unfortunately, I didn't. And I'm just like trying to like look at all the rooms here. Like, look, this is a freaking the elephants attacking Rome. Like, is this Hannibal? Like, that's crazy. So I was hyped to see all this. It's very cool for me. Ooh, they're getting a little homoerotic here too. And I think this is the remnants of a fresco. You can see like some of it's chipped off, but you can see some of the fresco still there, which is really cool. And then this is a more modern room. This one is all tapestries. And you can see all the SPQR everywhere. There's a lot of SPQR. But you can see here, most of these are actually tapestries. And then they also have the original furniture that the people who like the popes who stayed here would have. Look at that. So cool, right? I keep looking at the top because I'm like, I have to check the ceilings. That's Play-Doh. And then more, like, I don't know. There's just so much painting, and they nailed human anatomy so well here. Like, actually next level.
Hi, I'm new here. Pew!
This is like, look at how many people are in here. Like, how many, I don't even know. I don't even want to think about how many years the artists took to paint all these.
Hi, I'm new here.
And this is me reading the plaques. Oh, and you can see some of the decoration here. You can see the decoration. If you look at the floor, this is a very basic mosaic design, but you see how they're like little squares. Each of these are pieces of marble that have been cut out and then placed down here to make a pattern and like decorated. So the stone itself is like a certain color and the like separated out. And this area was designed more modernly, but it kind of shows you what the mosaics are supposed to look like, which is really cool. There's more of these in the Sistine Chapel. I know, kiss the floor. I'm walking on it. I felt bad for like destroying the property. Also, the walls are like, they're just out in the public. Like you can just touch them, which is nuts. Winsteria, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah. So I know. This feels like watching a Mecha Chameleon map. This is me looking at the floor. Okay. I showed another friend this and they said, this is a Mecha Chameleon map. They looked at me combing through the footage and was just like, I would play a Mecha Chameleon in here. And I was like, are you serious? Maybe I should make a Mecha Chameleon map modeled after the Capitolini Museum. It would probably be pretty good, not gonna lie. Like, this would be a good Mecha Chameleon map, for sure. Just one room? Oh my goodness. Game Master, hello, welcome in. I think this is it, right? Yeah. Was that the last thing I want to show you? Yes, that was the last thing I want to show you. I want to show you all these paintings. I have a few like photos and pictures from the Sistine Chapel, but I really shouldn't show you until I fully vet them. But they're really good. Like if you like the paintings here, there's even more. So yes, this is my favorite museum that I got a chance to tour. We go back a little bit more. This photo right here I showed you was actually me at the end of the tour. And I was so tired. At the very end, I was poped. This is like the end of my day. And I had like already visited all the major landmarks in Rome. And you can see the sun is like kind of setting. And that's why I was sitting here. So I was just like, oh. And I sat here for literally an hour. Because I had been on my feet the entire day, except for that one time I ate at Burger King. So at the very end, I sat here for an hour until the sun set, and then I went home. It was that. It was and then I went to get some food. Then I went. After this is when I went to the Pantheon, and I got that Michelin star dish. Mm-hmm. Did you know that Michelangelo, the artist of the chapel, was literally forced to paint it against his will? Really? Who accosted him for painting too slowly and got mad and forced him to paint? What? Damn. Poor guy. Poor guy. Also, Mookie. What the? I didn't realize you were here. Hello, Mookie. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'll see you at Off Kai, probably. Hope you're... I'm saying... Okay. What was I saying? Oh, okay. Yes. This is the end of the Rome tour. You have survived. You've gotten through half of the Capitolini Museum. Actually, I spent too long on one half of the museum looking at the Roman Forum that I got kicked out. So there's another half that you have not seen, and I have not seen. Right? But we made it. So I'm glad you're here and got to see some of my photos. Mm-hmm. And I hope that I can do more like little fun trip tours for you guys. Hopefully next time it'll be a little bit more organized. This one was a little chaotic, but I'm glad I was still able to show you. So yeah. Also, is it time? Can I say this? I watched the Odyssey. After touring Rome and reading a little bit, I watched the Odyssey literally yesterday night. And I have thoughts. I have things to say. I have things to say about the Odyssey. But let me check right now. Let me see. Let me check the titles and everything to make sure people are aware. If you have not watched the Odyssey, I must tell you, you must remove yourself. I am now going to talk about spoilers of the Odyssey, all right? And if you're going to be mad about me spoiling the Odyssey, all I have to say is the story's been out for like 3,000 years. Okay, I'm sorry you haven't done the Odyssey, all right? Okay, we're transitioning now. We're transitioning from Rome talk to Odyssey talk. Oh, I need to clear my throat. I need to drink some water. Wait, I should add some text. Let me... let me put some text on here. Okay. Okay. How do I spell Odyssey? I'm a chud. Odyssey. Okay. I have a thing that says Odyssey spoilers behind me. So surely people will know. People will understand that we're going to be talking some spoilers, all right? He's just like me. He's just like me. Yes. Okay, wait. Can I bring up chat now? Ooh. Hello, guys. Let me make you guys a little bit smaller. Hello. Wait, can I make you a bit bigger? Actually, maybe a little darker. Hold on. I'm getting set up a little.
Hi.
There we go. All right. How was the Odyssey? Well, let me tell you. The Odyssey was it was a good movie. I liked it. Oh no, it's not just YouTube chat. I think so. Spoiler warning for a 3,000-year-old book is wild. I mean, you know, if someone tries to cancel me, okay? Okay. First off, I gotta say, I hate the fact that this was filmed on the most inaccessible film format of all time. Why is it that I made a short about this because I was so mad? Why is it that Christopher Nolan decided to film on IMAX 70 millimeters to make it so that every single other person who can't access these specialty theaters, they see less, literally less. I went to a regular projector movie theater and saw only 60% of the film. 40% of the film, top and bottom, was cut off. IMAX is literally everywhere. Don't play. There's 40 movie theaters that play IMAX 70 millimeters in the entire world. By the way, it's everywhere. You want me to pull up a damn map? I'll show you. If you're talking about like IMAX other stuff, that's different. You're talking about digital IMAX. It's not the same. It's literally not the same. There's not 6 near you. I guarantee you there's not 6 near you. I guarantee you all of those are not the actual IMAX movie theater, all right? You're missing out on like the full top bottom. Okay, I'm pulling up the website. I'm showing you right now. Odyssey. Okay. Hold on. I'm pulling it up. There's a link. Where's that link? Hold on. It was like an Odyssey movie. Okay. Odyssey. I want to show you, there's like the website that showed you how it could be seen. Fuck. Where is it? I sent it to one of my friends. Hold on. Okay, I got it, guys. Are you ready? You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad with me, all right? This is gonna piss you off because it pisses me off. These are the different Odyssey film formats, okay? I want you to take a look. I'm gonna zoom it in for you so you can see the different premium formats for the Odyssey, all right? Behold, this is how the movie is intended. IMAX 70 millimeters. Do you want to see what the average person sees at their projector movie theater, even if it's a fancy laser projector. Look at that. Look at the difference. What? The horse's head is cut off. Do you see that? That's 20% off the top, 20% off the bottom. And these are all different film formats. So this is IMAX 1.9 to 1. This is like 70 millimeter 2.20 to 1. It's not like the full version is like still cut. Like this is Dolby Vision, which is a little bit better, but it's still cut. Like that's crazy, right? That's crazy. Tell me that's not nuts. And here's the theater playing, right? Like it's bad in some scenes. I need okay, you see like this scene, he's fighting the giants. I have things to say about this scene too. But look at this. This guy right here, he's getting thrown off. Look at the cropping. You're telling me if I don't live next to one of 40 theaters, I'm missing out on this much? I'm missing out on the original artistic vision as like direct, like as intended by the film director. Mind you, all the shots were shot with 70 millimeter in mind. And this is what I'm watching. That's foul, right? This is insane. It puts me off the movie so much. And mind you, while I'm watching the movie, I didn't feel like I was missing out on too much because I didn't realize. But looking at some of the trailers here, like this is a crazy, like insane shot. Like look at this. Okay, this guy Matt Damon's getting yeeted across the field, right? There's a whole nother dude getting his ass stomped in the corner here that I just don't see. I don't even see that actor. He's just not, he doesn't even exist. Like, oh, wow. What is another good example? I want to see another good example here. There's some bad ones. There's some like really bad shots. Okay. Look at them like talking here. This, I don't know. The movie feels very different. This is like the least bad one, but even here, it just feels very different. Okay, let me go find the map. Let me go find the map to show you. Is there all IMAX 70 millimeter locations? Oh, here you go. I found it. Here's the map. Here's the map, guys. Behold all the locations. There are some, if you're not in California or on the coast cities, like what if you live in Kansas? Just to fuck you, I guess, right? Like if you're in South Dakota, go kick rocks. You know? Like you're so sad. Actually tragic. I will say though, film does have its benefits. The physics of film make it so that you have no pixelization, which is really cool. I will say, like, the technology in which the movie was filmed on. This is me harping. I haven't even talked about the content of the movie yet. I'm just talking about how it's filmed. Okay, I'm just talking about the technology used to make it. Because you are watching on a projector where a physical film is being passed through. Oh my gosh, let me see. There's probably YouTube videos for this. Hold on. I think I can pull up a video. I think you'll like that. Okay. Let me see. Oh, here it is. There's 2 months ago. I got it. 2 months ago. We got a nice video here. This one is from Adam Savage. From how IMAX 70mm film is filmed and recorded and played. It's really like technologically very impressive, very cool. I understand why people go for it, right?
Yes, sir. Oh my god.
And let me see if I can find it. Okay. So when it's projected, right, there's like this pulley system essentially with like mechanical arms and everything, and there's a light shining through an actual film, and that light shining through the film then gets displayed on the screen, right? That's displayed on a blank white screen. That's very different than having LEDs on your movie theater screen turning on and showing light. And the difference is, if I stand 2 inches from the screen, I can't see the pixels because there are no pixels, right? If you're using a movie projector, there are no pixels at all. So you never see the pixelization, meaning its resolution is as fine as you really want it to be. Like you can't make it out because it's using optics. It's not using like it's not using a binary like LCD screen of some kind, which is why a lot of people like projectors. The problem with projectors is like getting enough light to go through here is actually really hard. You are shining light through a film and all the dark spots are where light doesn't shine, right? And that heats up the projector so much that you have to have like liquid cooling systems inside here to prevent the projector from overheating. And not only are the 70mm film projectors the biggest films ever, they also are like, there's 24 frames per second. So you're channeling like 24 of the biggest films, like film slots, like surface area out there, and you're putting light to fill all of it with some high powered light, meaning your machine is going to heat up like a lot. And a lot of them have been breaking down like mid theater time. This is kind of crazy. Oh, this is a good one.
So this time around,
being a projectionist for the Odyssey. Oh my god, look how big this film is. Look how huge these films are. Like, I think they weigh hundreds of pounds. Look at them prepping this. Like, all for better resolution and more image surface area.
everything. Noticed it just to make sure. Fantastic.
Oh my god. Wait.
Fortunate type of infection. Last time
I want to see, where was that scene where he was like channeling the light through? It's so crazy.
And it sat in the projector.
Ah, here it is. This is a great shot. So this is him playing the movie. You can see like all the film going through, and this is a massive machine. All of this tech, all of it, to get marginally better displays, like just a little bit better. That's what we're chasing here. We're chasing the marginally better display. Like, I'm just like, damn, okay. Okay, I see. So I'm sad that I did not get to see it on film. I saw it on an LCD screen like a plebeian. But still, it was a good movie. I will say that. It still was good. And now let me remind myself of some of the talking points. Some of the things I wanted to tell you with this trailer. Okay. Where should I start? Oh, first things first. first things first. I totally forgot about this. Agamemnon? Dude is aura farming the entire movie. I need to show you. Surely there are pictures. All right, hold on. I'm gonna look. Okay. Some of the people who watch the movie, one of their biggest critiques is that the armor of the movie was inaccurate, like historically inaccurate. And honestly, I agree with them. The movie, the movie armor was not historically accurate, not even in the slightest, okay? Because what in the hell is this shit, right? Like, do you think Greek soldiers had all black armor and golden lion mane pins for their cape? No. But it's cool as hell. This guy's dripping. He's dripping out, right? Like, I like it. I'm actually a fan. And not only that, the Odyssey movie armor. Oh, I don't even have to look at the Odyssey movie armor. I can just go into the trailer. I remember. There's like a scene in the trailer. Where was it? Not this one. Here it is. Like this armor right here, like that is not historically accurate. Like they didn't have the little puffs on their head, like the fur puffs. And these guys are supposed to be giants. In the original Odyssey myth, they sailed to an island full of giants. The giants did not cover themselves in armor. But was it drippy as hell? Yes. Now, this is where I'm critiquing. The fact that they had armor while sailing the entire time. I'm telling you, during the Odyssey movie, they had their armor on and never took it off. Like, I'm saying they never removed it. They would be sailing at sea for like months, right? I'm like, why are you still wearing full plate mail? Like, what is going on? Why are you still wearing your like bronze iron-esque armor and you're like on the sea for like 3 months? Hello? No. So that kind of pissed me off. That kind of infuriated me. Yeah. That did happen. So I felt like that was a little bit immersion breaking because they didn't take it off at all, really. There's like a few scenes that they did, but like for the most part they didn't. So that kind of pissed me off. Also, oh goodness. What are some like other like detail things that I did not like? The characterization of Odysseus. Okay. Odysseus is supposed to be a clever guy, all right? He's supposed to be like this amazingly clever dude and he shows us a lot of wit. Odysseus does not show any wit in this movie. He is not the smart guy. He is like, to give you some perspective, in the Odyssey, the original myth, Odysseus is the only full-blooded man in a war full of demigods and gods, okay? He has nothing but his brains to carry him through fights with people like freaking Achilles, who's like an unkillable demigod, right? Like, that's his charm. But during the movie, he like shows very little wit. The most wit he shows in the entire movie is he ties some straw to himself to pretend to be sheep to escape from a Cyclops one time. So I was a little mad about that. I did not like that. And the lack of character, like a lot of the characters were really flat. It was a long movie. The movie was 3 hours. And you're telling me that you didn't have any time to characterize Calypso? Like, and most of the characters were like feeling pretty flat. Like, they had so much time to characterize people, but you see all these people in the back of Odysseus's crew. None of them have any like personal screen time except for his first mate. Eurydice, like on the right here, is the only person in the entire crew that we've watched the entire time that has like any characterization at all. And it was like, wow, I feel like it's wasted potential, you know? Like the cinematography, the shots, the scenes, very cool. Like the cool factor was there. But I felt like the emotional factor of like, do I feel compelled by any of the characters was kind of lacking. I felt like, oh man, I'm lacking. It's not like my heartstrings are not moved. I don't know. Do you, who you guys watched it, right? Like, did you feel like your heartstrings were moved? Maybe Odysseus reuniting with Penelope, you know? And they didn't even mention his relation to Odysseus. Yeah. Also, Heroth, hello, welcome in. Hi. Yeah. Also, another thing, I felt my heart moved by the man Robert Patterson. Is Robert Patterson who is it? Where is it? This guy, yeah, this guy. This is Robert Patterson, right? I don't know the celebrity names. Yeah? Yeah, okay. This guy's a dick. I think out of all the actors, stellar acting. Okay? He wasn't given much with his lines, but he made it work. He made himself feel like a small man who thought he was big. And I like that. I also like the scene with the dog. There's like the scene where he carries the dog out and puts the dog on a literal pile of shit to be like, oh, get out of my house, even though this dog has been waiting for Odysseus for like 20 years, which is the same in the original myth, by the way. In the original Odysseus story, there was a dog that waited for him the entire time and refused to die until he saw his master and passed away when Odysseus came back home. Very sad. Robert Patterson, very good actor here. Did a good job. Also, Tom Holland surprisingly did a good job. Despite the film being like very gray and they had very minimal lines, but I think his portrayal of like being a bad guy was good. Now, you have to. This is mean of me. This is mean of me. But if you compare the portrayal of Telemachus in this Odyssey movie to Odyssey the musical, Telemachus in the musical blows Odyssey the movie Telemachus out the water. All right, like Tom Holland is doing the best he got, I guess, but like the hope and awe-inspiring that I get from musical Telemachus versus movie Telemachus is just not the same. Like with musical Telemachus, he's like a boy who's like really wants his dad. He's really excited and he's like, I can be more, like I'm gonna rise up. Sure, in the movie Telemachus eventually realizes that he needs to do his shit, but like it's just not like, it doesn't, his characterization doesn't like make me want to root for him. He's the ultimate underdog story. Like Telemachus is supposed to be the underdog that makes you want to root for him. But somehow in this movie, I didn't get the underdog story. Like what's happening here? Like, so even though the scenes were shot beautifully, they had a star-studded cast who I know knows how to act if you give them the ability to. The actual portrayal is just, it felt lackluster to me. I felt like a little sad about that. The words were like very minimal. I think one character arc that I did really enjoy, that I really liked, was Agamemnon's character arc was really good. Agamemnon, is that the scene? Oh, I don't know if he's in the trailer at all. Surely he's in the trailer. Oh yeah, I just saw him. Where's the boy? Where's my man? Okay, Agamemnon aura farming the entire movie and being like, I'm so cool and I'm like untouchable. Whenever he showed up on screen, his screen presence, insane. Like he stood there and he was Morgan. Everyone knew he was boss. I will say, caveat, in Greek mythology, there were no emperors. There were no like big kings like that. Agamemnon did not rule all of Greece. All right. It made it seem like he did in the movie, but I think it's a fine for an oversimplification. No one wants to explain the like minutia details of Greek warring factions in a movie like this that is like purely like it's really directed and filmed to follow the story of a single man, right? You don't want to boggle yourself down with all the politics. So I get it. I get why they portrayed him that way. But anyway, every time Agamemnon showed up on screen, he's like Mog and he's super cool. And some people are mad that, spoiler, when he comes home, he gets murked by his wife because when he first starts the campaign, he sacrifices his daughter, his only daughter, for favorable winds. In the myth, he actually lies to his daughter and says his daughter's gonna get married to Achilles. So she like wears her wedding dress and he fucking slits her throat in her wedding dress in order to get better winds. And it also actually happens midway through the war after there's like no wins for a while. And in this movie, they just put it right at the beginning. I'm actually okay that they put it at the beginning. But Agamemnon coming back home expecting a victor's welcome only to get killed by his wife, assassinated. I thought that was fitting. I thought that was actually a really good portrayal because it shows like this like untouchable human dude, like almost godlike guy, being befelled because of his like ambitious folly. So I like that, and I like that characterization. I'll also say I liked how the little like kind is almost cliche plot twist. During the movie, Odysseus is like traveling around pillaging and trying to survive, and they constantly they hit you over the head with this. They're like, Zeus's law, like you're supposed to treat others how you want to be treated. Very Abrahamic mythology coded, okay? But like, sure, whatever. That's true. There was actually really back then a traveler's law where if you were traveling, you were supposed to treat travelers with respect and give them free food and housing for as long as they needed, because they might be gods in disguise was the thing. And that was real. That was like a real thing that the Romans and Greeks honored. But them hitting us over the head with it the entire time was a little annoying, though I did like how the movie culminates with Odysseus returning home, and during this time returning home, his home Ithaca is freaking the fuck out because they think there's these random sea people out there that are violating Zeus's law and landing on islands and killing and pillaging everyone. And they're freaking out and they're like, we need to raise an army right now. Like, Telemachus, you need to put on your big boy pants and prepare, because soon these people are going to hit our shores and we're going to get fucked. Okay, we need to raise an army and be ready. We find out later on in the movie, at the end of the movie, that the sea people who are violating Zeus's law are actually Odysseus the entire time. It was Odysseus and his crew trying to get back home and willing to do anything to get back home. And it like goes back to that one central moment that Odysseus made to do with the Trojan horse and be like, he was the one who actually broke Zeus's law, where he was like, hey, let's pretend to flee and give a sacrifice to the Trojans and be like, oh, this is an offering of peace, but literally use the offering of peace as a way to win the war. And that's pretty scummy. That's pretty underhanded, Odysseus. Like that's pretty trickstery. And so the movie then like ends with Odysseus like basically crying to himself and being like, oh, I'm so sad and edgy that I've ruined civilization. Odysseus is like bitching to himself about how he ruined civilization for everyone. And I mean, that's kind of true. He kind of did. And I understand the great man theory and everything, where like you want to have a central like character who like a central person that does things, but to say that one guy ushers in the Dark Ages is kind of wild. He was being pretty emo about it. He's like, man, because I did that thing with the Trojan horse, now no one will respect Zeus's law, and now civilization will collapse, and my story of the Trojan War will only be told through song because people will forget how to write. Like, but I mean, that actually did happen. After the Odyssey, people did forget how to write, and they did go into the Dark Ages for like hundreds of years. So that's true. But in this movie, it's attributed all to Odysseus's actions. So I thought that was like an interesting take. I wasn't expecting that. Wait, that's so poetic. Yeah, it was actually kind of a nice poetic end. I don't know if people will read into it that much, but it's supposed to be like this like reflection about how like we are one step away from like chaos, right? And Odysseus being like, I won the war, but at what cost, you know? Like, and he's constantly reflecting on that. And I was like, oh, I actually kind of like that ending. I thought it was a nice ending. And I also like the ending where he and his sorry, not Persephone, Penelope. Is it Penelope? Yeah, it's Penelope. I like the ending, how he and Penelope sail off into the sunset. They like reunite. He shows her clothespin that he's been carrying, and and they sail off into the sunset. Not you using the song to remember. You got that. Hey, it's a catchy song. You know, it's been 20 years. Blah, blah, blah. No, sorry, never mind. But yeah, I like that they sailed off into the sunset together. I thought that was like a cute ending. I actually did not mind that. I know some people like say it's cliche, but I'm like, whatever, you know. I do not like that they removed the olive tree though. It's like a really central point in the myth that Odysseus comes home and there's like an olive tree that he like builds the bed into. Like he builds a bed out of an olive tree, and it's like it's a thing that Penelope would be like, hey, can you move my bed? And everyone would be like, yeah, totally, and they would be unable to because it's built into the fucking ground as a tree. And Odysseus is the only one who knows that, right? So that was like supposed to be the reveal. And I'm sad that didn't happen. And instead it was like a freaking clothespin. Like a clothespin? Really? An olive tree is so much more romantic, especially because it's Greek and they have like symbolism of olives, and olives are also a symbol of like love and eternity. Like, come on, we're missing out here. Really? Like, you're really missing? Also the whole Cyclops sequence where the Cyclops talks at the end, but Odysseus doesn't do the nobody line where he's like, I'm nobody, and then the Cyclops is like, nobody hurt me, you know? Like, what? And you know what? The critique that Christopher Nolan put for that scene, why he didn't leave the nobody scene in for the Cyclops, he said he excluded it because it didn't make sense to put in for modern language after looking at the translation. What do you mean? The nobody pun doesn't work? I can speak English. It works. Hello? I don't know what he's on about. I disagree. How did it not make, yeah, I know, right? It is so modern. It is. I was mad about that one. All right. I did not like that. I was a little, it's a flimsy excuse. Yes, I know. So I have takes about that. I have takes. I have critiques. Another thing, I have a critique. Why are all the castles in Greece and Troy and all that stuff so bland? Like, the armor is pretty, but the castles, like, there's no color on any of them. Maybe it's just a Christopher Nolan thing. He likes like his bland scene, like landscapes. Oh my god, the worst offender was Odysseus hanging out in where is it? With Calypso. Is that in the trailer? I hope it's in the trailer so I can show you. When he's with Calypso. Okay. Is there a scene? Oh yes, here it is. Okay. look at this. Look at the backdrop here. You see that backdrop? He is supposed to be in paradise. This is supposed to be Odysseus with Calypso in a land of plenty, and it's literally a barren wasteland. When I first saw the Calypso scene show up on screen where Calypso like rescues Odysseus, and it's literally like an empty beach, far as the eye can see. It's supposed to be like filled with trees, lush, like he has no wants and needs, and there's lotus food and lotus eaters there, but like it's supposed to be paradise that Calypso is trapped on this island, and Odysseus like shows up and it's like a desert, and I'm like, why? He's supposed to want to stay here, you know? So I was stuck on that. You were stuck on, okay, right? Mr. Nolan's, that's called a mirage. I don't know, maybe it was like symbolic, right? Like he was trying to do like some weird artsy thing here. I just kind of disagree with it. I don't like it as much. I understand where he's like trying to go, but I'm not that much of a fan of it. Oh man, that clothespin. Fuck the clothespin thing. Like this pissed me off instead of the olive tree. And then okay, the dog scene was really good. I did really like the dog scene.
Pew.
What else? Oh, where's the ship? Okay. Oh, in the movie, Odysseus only has 3 ships. In the entire movie, he has like 600 men and he only has 3 ships. And I'm looking at the ship count and I'm like, there's a lot more men that can fit on these ships. Maybe I'm not counting. Did he have no, it's 3 ships. When he sails home, he starts with 3. And I was a little, that like the number kind of like threw me off. Like I was kind of like the math ain't mathing. Like there, and in this scene right here, like all these people are in his 3 ships. And I'm like, you really fit all those people in your ships? Like really? Okay, man. I feel like I like bland movies because I like the movie overall. I will say like the movie overall was great. Okay, it was a good movie overall. I just have a lot of critiques because I am not a casual fan about the Odyssey. All right, I'm not a casual fan at all. How do you feel about Athena being one of the people who died in the Trojan War? I like that. I like that a lot. Oh my god, that was actually cinema. I thought it was actually cinema that, okay, so Zendaya is playing Athena, all right? She shows up in imagery to Odysseus. Doesn't say that much, all right? She's just like there listening to him as he like talks to himself essentially. And her face shows up multiple times. And then at the end, it's revealed as Odysseus is having a flashback of the fall of Troy that Athena's face, Zendaya's face, is actually that of a shrine maiden to Athena in Troy, who like got beheaded in front of Odysseus. And so it's her face that haunts him the entire time. And I like that a lot. I thought that was like 10 out of 10 cinema, like amazing movie decision. Huge banger. Love that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Also, okay, Elliot Page was a very controversial casting. A lot of people thought they were Achilles, who did not show up in the movie at all. Slight spoiler alert though. For all the like hate that Elliot Page was getting in the movie casting, for him to get killed literally first 2 minutes of the movie actually made me snort out of my mouth. Like, oh my gosh. The movie starts and Elliot Page starts this movie. You see them like call to someone and then die. And that's it. They're donezo. And I was just like, okay, well, all right. I mean, damn, that was a lot of hullabaloo for nothing. Yeah, that's it. They show up in the movie later to like haunt Odysseus for a little bit, but like really they just like show up for a little bit and then they die. And they're a very minor character, right? Yeah, he was Sinon, and for real, I wanted to laugh so badly when he died because it was like all the controversy for that. Right? Like, okay. Also, another controversial cast that I actually don't mind now that I've seen the movie. Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman in the world. Okay, that was I forget the actor's name. Let me look it up so I know the actor's name. Helen of Troy in Odysseus movie. It was I can't I can't say their name. I cannot say their name. It is I don't even want to try and butcher. I'm gonna butcher it. Okay. But basically, the controversy was that she's black. Okay, it's a black woman playing the most beautiful woman in the world, and so there was a lot of controversy. So a lot of people didn't like it. And in the movie, she plays like no part. She is like actually a very small minor character, and it's established right at the beginning that no one actually cares about Helen of Troy. They do not care about Helen at all. Helen being kidnapped by Paris is actually an excuse for Agamemnon to crush Troy, because Troy controls all the trading routes to the Black Sea, and Agamemnon found a loophole in that all the Greek cities, all the Greek countries were obligated to go to war with him because Helen left, like through their treaty loophole, that if he goes to war with Troy over this, then they all have to follow him. They're like honor bound. So it actually doesn't matter that Helen is beautiful at all. And her looks like, and how she is as a character are like, she's a very passive person in this movie. And honestly, like, I was like, okay, that was an interesting portrayal, but like kind of makes sense, you know? Like it focuses much more on Agamemnon than it does Helen, and how Agamemnon was like very ambitious and wanted to sack Troy at any cost. And Helen just happened to be there. So the fact that they went through all that controversy to have Helen be casted and then barely on screen and be relegated as a side character was like, oh, okay, okay, I guess so. Wait, that made me mad because Helen was a badass in the OG book. She was. She had a lot more agency in the OG myth. In the Odyssey, the movie, Helen has no agency, like zero, none. Ooh, let me think about this. I would say the woman in the Odyssey movie, I don't know if any of them had that much agency. I think it was a very like focus on Odysseus, like very plainly focus on Odysseus. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, I like Penelope. I actually like Penelope's portrayal, where there's at one point where Telemachus goes to and Penelope are like having an argument, and Telemachus is just like, I need to take the throne. Like, I have to take the throne. And until I take the throne, Ithaca is like doomed, right? And Penelope is like, what the fuck do you think I've been doing for the past 20 years? I've been sitting on this throne ruling. You think you know shit? You've just been sitting around. I've been the one making sure that the country runs. And I was just like, you know what? Kind of real. I like that they included that. So that was like, I would say that was like one section of empowerment that I actually didn't mind. I don't think it's like over. Sometimes Hollywood can get like over the top with it, where it feels like they're shoving it down your throat. I didn't feel like that with this one, where it's just like humbling because Telemachus is really a boy and he really doesn't know what he's doing. Also, hello, hi, hello. Telemachus being just a boy because he Telemachus continually ask people when he meets them for the first time, wow, you have Athena's eyes. Like, it's a trend during the movie where Telemachus Telemachus continually goes up to strangers being like, hello stranger, you have Athena's eyes, trying to see like, are you actually a god in disguise? Because because he's looking for an out. He wants there to be a god in disguise. He wants there to be a savior for him when really he has to do it himself, and he like doesn't want to like do it himself. Essentially, he's like looking for an out. So he's constantly like, "Are you a god? Are you here to save me? Are you Athena?" And it's kind of annoying. But I mean, like, I get the portrayal of him being a boy. Like, I get it. I understand. Okay, whatever. But yeah, him constantly. Oh, it was also. You have wise eyes, Athena's eyes. Oh man. Though what really made me happy was him saying it to Odysseus, and Odysseus being like, "What the fuck you doing, boy? Get out of here with that shit. Stop looking for gods amongst men," is literally what Odysseus said to Telemachus. When Telemachus saw Odysseus and said that to him, Odysseus was like, you done goofed. And I was like, yes, you tell him, Odysseus. So that was nice to see. And yeah, I like that. I like that segment. And the bow motif though, I was torn. So Odysseus has like a bow that he used, like his favorite bow. Oh, also at the end scene where no one can string Odysseus's bow, very common motif in all the myths. Odysseus actually has a special trick for his bow. They didn't talk about it in the movie, but only Odysseus can string the bow because the bow is bent backwards. Essentially, the way the wood and bow was crafted was such that you had to know a special trick in order to string the bow. And only Odysseus knew, and he didn't tell anyone else. So no one else knew, and so he was able to like do the thing, which I thought was cool for them to include. But yes, I'm ranting about the new Odysseus movie, the new Odyssey movie, sorry. And throughout the movie, though, he has like this motif that he wants to give his enemies a fighting chance. So he plucks his bowstring to notify them before he strikes, right? Like it gives them a chance to fight honorably. I thought that was fine. I like the motif with that, where he like plucks it and it makes a sound and everything stops. That's cool. I didn't like though that he did it on Circe's island. Like, you're telling me post-Trojan horse Odysseus still cares about giving enemies a fighting chance? Like, I don't know. Like, I think it would have been more impactful if he only did the bow pluck before the Trojan War, and then after the Trojan War, he stopped doing it because he like no longer obeyed Zeus's law or whatever. I think that could have been a better like motif. Wait, so they're missing out on that, but whatever. Like I understand like the plucking was fine. I feel like such an armchair complainer right now. The last bow pluck was haunting though. Okay, the last bow pluck, I give a pass. That is the rule of cool. That is the rule of cool. I liked it a lot. He did it again at the trial to show it was him. Yeah. That's fine. That was sick as fuck. Yes, I like that. That was cool. I would say the movie like makes a lot of it takes a lot of it veers off the source material quite a bit in order to be more cinematic, and I'm like okay with a lot of it, but I feel like for such a long run time, for the characterization to be so weak was like my main critique. I loved the armor of the movie. I love the design. I love the shots. I love the action sequences. But somehow the characterization for everyone just felt like short. You know, it fell short to me. And when you compare it to something like the Odyssey, the musical, it's just like, man, like how could you not? But then again, it's a Christopher Nolan film. Like in The Dark Knight Rises, which is one of his like most acclaimed films of all time, was there really that much characterization of Batman? Or was he like dark, grungy, edgy the entire time, right? Like, I get it. Also, I had a friend tell me Odysseus is the Batman of Greek mythology. And I kind of agree. He's like the guy with no superpowers. And he's just like supposed to be capable because of his smarts. But just like Batman, the Batman movie, Christopher Nolan kind of removes the smarts thing and just makes him emo. Like, instead of Odysseus being like this smart dude who outsmarts his enemies through cunning wins battles, the Odysseus movie portrays him as the Odyssey movie portrays him as edgy McEdgelord, and Batman was the same way. And I was like, okay, I should have seen this coming. Didn't they also entirely skip over Hermes and Aeolus? Yes, they did. They skipped over the wind god. They did include the cows though, the Apollo's cows, which I thought it was a nice way to do it. Yeah. So overall, the shooting and like the art style of the film, great. The acting was good and believable, I would say. The like special effects, the practical effects, stellar. 10 out of 10. I think they actually use very minimal CGI here. Like there's a scene with Cersei like turning humans into pigs, no CGI, practical effects, and it was really drawn out and long and uncomfortable, which was intended, but like that was very well executed. I like that. Though again, it didn't tug at my heartstrings. It was an artistic masterpiece, but it didn't pull at my heart in the way that I want film to pull at my heart. I am the type of person who actually enjoys a lot of trashy film, and I love romance because it makes me feel something. I think that's the most important thing. Did they cut out the trip to the underworld and the prophet? No, they actually kept that, and I think they did a very good version of it. They like changed how the prophet speaks, and they used dead people to come back and talk to Odysseus in a way that I think you'll like if you haven't seen it yet. Yes. Okay, that is my Odyssey rant. I'm sorry, I had to rant about it. I had to rant about the Odyssey. I just saw it. Do you guys like it? For those of you who have seen it, like overall, did you have a good time? Was it like fun? I think I'm nitpicking essentially. And I understand this is like probably the biggest blockbuster movie of the past like 5 years. Not gonna lie, since it did occur during the classical period, I did start reading about the Peloponnesian War today. Ooh, that's cool. Watching this coming out of Project Hail Mary was low-key disappointing. Oh, because Project Hail Mary like makes you feel the emotional appeal. Yes, it's like I want to have like this emotional high. Like I want to root for the characters, you know? Here I felt much more like a bystander than someone who's like on the same team and cheering for someone. Yeah. I almost fell asleep. Oh, don't say that. They're going to get you. The Odyssey fans are going to get you. I'll say it's artistically cool. People will probably continue watching this for many years, but I think it's more of like a niche film, like, ooh, this is cool, like well executed thing, rather than something that appeals really strongly to your heart, you know? Feel pretty uncultured. You feel uncultured about the movie? Oh, don't worry about it. I'd say you can watch and see how you feel. Like I should be sobbing and crying. Yeah, I didn't sob at all. Even for the dog part, like I felt my heartstrings pull a little bit at the dog part, but it was like I knew what they were trying to do and I didn't have enough buy-in at that point. The dog scene was like the closest I came to feeling something. I think Nolan can make some cool, good-looking movies, but the characters are not usually as fleshed out. Yeah, I agree. I think, you know, with Batman, with the Dark Knight movies, I think he got away with a lot because Batman is a beloved character. And so you already are like kind of rooting for him. Odysseus is, while very well known, he's not, you kind of have to convince the audience to like him. And I don't think he did a good job here. Even Telemachus, how do you fumble Telemachus? Right? Okay, I'm gonna play Telemachus the song. You're telling me you fucked up Telemachus's like he's so hopeful. He is a little boy hoping that his mom is okay and trying to like wait for his dad to come back home while fending off all these suitors. And you fuck up that story? How? Okay. I need to show you. I need to like here, I'm gonna mute this. Just listen to Telemachus play. Like this is Odyssey from Odyssey the Musical. I'm gonna get copyright struck for this, but it's fine. Isn't it so hopeful? Like it's such a, I love this song. Legendary from Telemachus. It's so nice. It like 30 seconds in, I'm already emotionally vested. 30 seconds in, I'm emotionally vested. Christopher Nolan, what are you doing? Right? How did you fuck this up? And Tom Holland plays Spider-Man. Everyone loves Spider-Man. How? So, yeah, I was a little mad about that. Right. Okay. Sorry, I won't go too much in it. I love that song though. Legendary by in the Odyssey musical was so good. Good song. I love Miko's voice so much. Yeah. He has like that hopeful sound. I don't know how to describe it. So, can you believe he recorded that sick? Did he? Really? Oh my gosh. I should record while I'm sick. Kidding. So that's Odyssey the movie. I can't. Sorry, we like veered so off course. We went from me showing you Rome to me ranting about Odyssey the movie. All right, okay, guys, I'm done. I'm done with my Odyssey hot takes. Thank you for coming into this Monday stream. I'm so mad because they had such a goaty ass cast and he fumbled. It could have been better. I will say there was a lot of potential here. I feel like a lot of missed marks. I think it was still good of a movie, like clearly. It's gonna win some awards, I'm sure, but it's missing the heartthrob. It's missing the most important piece of any film, and that's the heartthrob. Okay. Anyway, goodbye everyone. Take care. I'm gonna go head out now. And thanks for stopping by. I will release my schedule for the week later on. I'll be traveling out to Offkai very soon. So I might have some little scuff streams, like little impromptu silly streams for the next couple days, where it's like a little bit more relaxed. We'll see. And I'll try to release some videos too. I've been like trying to work on getting these into video format for you. Yes. So I'll try to get these scheduled out tonight, okay? Okay. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry, I got a little worked up this stream. I got a little... I stream a little longer than I normally do, and I got a little worked up because I have critiques, you know, I have hot takes. Anyway, okay. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. Rest well, okay? All right. Bye YouTube. Bye. Take care. Bye Twitch. I'm just gonna end on both. Okay. Oh, do I raid though? I'll go look for a raid. I'll end on YouTube first. Okay. Bye YouTube. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. Okay. End. Okay, you